Hello, friends and strangers. A bit different today. This is not the Break account, and you probably also read that in the title. But I want to shortly address a few things. The first one would be I made this YouTube channel mostly for sharing overall my just video game experiences, fascination, ideas, and whatnot. And as part of that is also, of course, variety of things. Well, that hasn't really happened right now, but there are things in plan, or I even have already recorded them, so variety is on its way. But I also want to say Star Rail is, well, it's here to stay. Because I really like this game in terms of story and lore. And so that's what I'm gonna do now that Amphorius is done. Sadly, kind of. That was actually really good. But I think that this is a good point now that a new chapter is beginning to get into the story. And just do a full playthrough of it. So yeah, and with that being said, let's get into it without further ado into version 3.8.
Miss March 7th is looking for you everywhere.
Is that a bit too low? Not entirely sure.
I don't know the details either, but she told me that if I see you, I should remind you to check your messages. She also said that some things you missed are actually extremely important.
Some things we missed. Yeah, what happened, Marsh? Here's a gift for you, come quick. Just come over. Someone's making a sparkly return today, you haven't forgotten that. She's talking about herself, I'm going to say, but of course we have to ask about Sparkle. And no response. Well, but what could that gift be? I'm actually thinking.
Of course I like it. Big Sis Dahlia always knows what's on my mind.
Excuse?
So that means we'll be companions again on the next Trailblaze mission?
Why? How?
Of course. I deliberately picked up my pace for that. Though, sadly, I still missed out on some things.
Well, I mean, I go into things blind to have a reaction, but questions shall be answered, I guess, but like, why are you here and why is everyone acting like we know you?
Indeed. Had you joined the Amphorian expedition, it would have made a lot of things easier.
Oh, you're finally here! Big Sis Dahlia has been asking about you non-stop!
I still think that's a bit too low. Maybe? I don't know. We have to see. Audio balance. Yeah, like...
Whoa! Have you gone mad? Did you forget that we should never mention words like old or senior in front of Big Sis Dahlia?
But like, what else would she be? And again, we don't know her.
She's just been on a roll with these kinds of jokes lately.
No worries. It's okay if she forgot. She's always preferred the latest new thing. Maybe she picked up that bad habit from me. Long long time no see. Now, does anything ring a bell?
I mean, it shouldn't necessarily. Something's not right. What did you do? But crossed out. Annihilation Gang, Everflame Mansion. Yeah.
But what? Don't tell me. You forgot something?
Yeah, we can't.
What's wrong?
So that means she also has memory-esque powers of some sort, and we had a moment where she talked with Black Swan and Penacony, so potentially she actually has similar abilities to a Memo Keeper?
Who exactly are you?
What's gotten into you? Did Amphorius give you amnesia? How could you forget about Big Sis Dahlia? She was the one who helped you suppress the rampaging Stellaron back at the space station.
That is literally not true. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Yang knocked us out. And voice actor troubles. I'm not gonna say anything on that, I'm just gonna read it, I guess. I didn't leave the Express at that stop.
Exactly! What's wrong with you?
I mean, he didn't. He... Only Dan Heng and March were on the station, but when things went out of control, that is when he stepped in, so... He's not wrong. From a certain perspective.
Totally! It was Big Sis Dahlia who dealt the final blow to that Lord Ravager the first time we went to the Cienjo. You haven't forgotten something that big, have you?
I mean, that were Dan Heng and General Jing Yuan, so... That's even weirder, because that's not even just the Express crew.
That was why Big Sis Dahlia had to go back to the garden to recover and couldn't join us in Penacony.
Okay, it is about the Garden of Recollection and the Memo Keepers. Correct, Lady Dahlia has been trailblazing with us for a while now. She's the most ambitious and talented of the Nameless.
No need for reminders from us. She has spent more time with the Dahlia than anyone else.
Also funny that that's the first time she has been named the Dahlia. But we've spent more time with her?
Why don't you let her diagnose you? She's the Express's resident expert when it comes to matters regarding memories.
This is a pressing concern. Reserve the welcome party for later. Lady Dahlia, if you would. Yeah, I feel the same.
Oh, come on. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and get over here. It's not like this hasn't happened before. Leave it to Big Sis Dahlia. It'll be fine.
I concur. If there's an issue with memories, then we'd better not waste any time.
Why are you all...
Well, we don't have a choice.
No. This isn't right.
But why is nobody else, like, realizing that? I mean, especially March potentially should maybe have at least a little bit of like, bigger reaction to this, right?
Listen.
Oh.
You'll face betrayal, lose your way, and seek answers. It was a wish of the cosmos that set you in motion. And in the tale where you are the protagonist, the stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality.
When did she tell that to us? Is that also in the start that we saw in Amphorius? The start at the space station where we got some extra info that she showed us some things and then said that we should forget it? And thanks to her spirit whisper, we had to obey and literally forcefully forget it.
Hang on.
Yeah, who exactly are you? What she did to them is probably just memory manipulation. Very close to that of a memo keeper, but... I mean, we know who she is. She's from the Annihilation Gang. But what does she want? She seems happy.
Well, this is quite unusual. Your memories are quite tricky. Is someone protecting those memories? Let's try again then.
Well, it's the same room. Oh. Where are you? Miss Black Swan is about to say goodbye. She's leaving? Oh, just come over, hurry. Wait, if Black Swan is here, then she should also...
Destiny is much like memory. Since it twists and turns like a maze, even the vastness of the cosmos isn't too great for those fated to meet.
Oh, she kinda just took her place in our memories. That could be an explanation as to how she could so easily, like, worm her way inside the mind of the others. I mean, depending on how these memory powers really fully work, if it's, like, easier to, instead of creating new memories, just change existing ones, so to maybe exchange one person for another in your memory. Would be really funny sometimes in, like, not just Star Rail, but like in any kind of fantasy magic system to just really delve into the nitty-gritty of how does this actually work, what are the rules, on like a incredibly, like, detailed basis.
Perhaps we'll meet again soon.
You're finally here! Lady Black Swan has something urgent, and you almost missed her.
Yeah, how many times has
Now's
this
not the
happened?
time for jokes.
We didn't have to be this direct.
No, I think we have to.
Guess there's no point in wasting any more effort, right?
Oh, they're not even here.
Your memories are truly extraordinary. It's as if they exist beyond the bounds of time itself.
That is a very interesting sentence. I mean, time and memory are, to a certain extent, somewhat related. I mean, over time you acquire memories, you make memories over a long time in your life. And speaking about the concept of time itself, it kind of starts when the universe starts and ends when the universe ends, which also is very likely related to the bigger thing of memories, like the finality who already knows how the universe will end and is now moving towards its beginning, but also Fuli, who will be born at the end of the universe. So that is a very, very interesting line.
Why take memories so seriously?
Because they are what defines us to a certain extent.
Welcome. Would you like me to dim the lights more?
I mean, honestly, I would like explanations more than anything else.
Don't worry. I haven't harmed your companions. What you've seen stays between us.
Yeah, back to the question.
I'd feel a bit hurt if I didn't leave any impression on you at all. My name is Constance, an ordinary memo keeper. If you like, you can do what everyone else does and call me the Dahlia for now.
Okay, but she is a memory keeper. Which also means nothing that we see is completely what she actually is. She is just in our head.
It's a bit complicated to explain. Through certain methods, I've brought you into my own heart.
There is a black cat in the background. That is... okay. Let's see where this goes.
We could be watched if we met anywhere else. This is the only place where I can feel safe sharing secrets that should stay between us.
We are literally being watched, though. There is a cat. That was... I mean... The last black cat we saw was in Exotale 8, and that... Huh.
Let me apologize. I thought that becoming someone you are familiar with would make things easier. Or simpler.
Yeah, but you didn't... Or rather, it didn't work.
Take it easy. That's exactly why I came to find you. All your questions will be answered. Let's start with the first question. Now, slowly turn around. And witness your own death.
We will get answers, probably, but still, like, what is...
How does it feel to see your own corpse like this?
Probably not that great. But also... What exactly are you trying to show us with this?
I know death doesn't faze the nameless. It's practically just another day at the office for you. So don't worry. This scene isn't real. It comes from something you're all too familiar with.
Also, wait a second. Wasn't that already a part of Amphorius that Trailblazer died and was just memories for a moment? Are we doing that again? Are we... Have we already died multiple times, over and over again?
This was foreseen by the script. It's another possible ending for you in Penacony, but it was prevented by the Stellaron Hunters long ago.
Okay, the black cat has something to do with Elio, so it is actually referencing the thing I thought it was. That makes me just question it more. What do you have to do with that?
It's a tomorrow that never came. In other words, it's a non-existent memory.
Huh. Non-existent. That's also interesting. I also just realized I haven't really been reading out the dialogue options. I probably should do that. How do you know about the script?
Actually, I'm one of them.
I find that hard to believe.
That's quite the incredulous look. Like the others, I can't reveal too much. Even if we are hidden in this place, we can't escape from omnipresent destiny. But I trust you won't be surprised by a Stellaron Hunter's sudden visit. After all, that's what our two groups are. The Astral Express travels in pursuit of the light, casting long shadows in its wake. I'm here to tell you only one thing. Your memory of Penacony is incomplete.
Incomplete. Okay, in what way?
A part of it has already been stolen.
And if you say it like that, by whom? Yeah, so far as we know, our memories are fine.
It's not surprising. Have you ever kept a gentle pet? They can always guess what's on your mind, always actively trying to please you. Memories work the same way, if you ask me. Once your brain discovers a void in your memories, it'll carefully fill in the gap on its own, whether you need it or not.
That is honestly potentially true, kind of. Because of how our brains actually work and record memories, we are unable to, like, stop, so to speak. How do you say this? If you save something in a computer file, it is saved, and that is what it is. Now it is what it is, it is what you saved, and you can look at it again, and you will have exactly what you have saved. This is not how our brain works. There are studies on this that actually show that we cannot stop writing. If we have a memory and we think about that memory again and again and again and again and again and again, we will over time alter it. Even though it might just be slightly, but we can actually change our own memories because we are adding extra things or we are expanding on it, because we can't just look at how it is. So again, this does potentially kind of work, that if you somehow have something that doesn't make full sense, that your brain will fill in the gaps. Who did it?
That's hard to say for now. But the gravity of the situation is clear. Someone might have made you forget some critically important information.
And who's to say that that someone isn't you? Like, I don't fully trust you yet, but... who and why?
Either way, I must help you recover everything about the finality.
But we were supposed to forget that... again, that's what we've had in Emphorius, isn't it? A little bit of what Kafka told us, that we had some memories resurface from that. But Kafka made us forget. That was not in Penacony. So what did we... when in Penacony would that have happened?
I will keep my promise. I will awaken your memories and save the cosmos's future. Perhaps I can also take this chance to peek into your past, which, if you ask me, should be quite interesting. Don't worry, I won't do anything inappropriate. It's just strictly business. Please, let me touch you a little bit. It's the only way I can probe through memories. You'll need some gentle stimulation to recover your forgotten memories. So brace yourself.
Where's the first thing that I thought of when she said gentle stimulation? She's gonna throw us into a boss fight or something. Like, similar to how the Messenger does it with the Memory of Chaos endgame mode. So that they can look at our memories and copy them, they throw us into battle so that we are distracted. But maybe she's hinting at something else.
Let us now go back to where it all began and see what exactly went wrong. Take it slow. Don't let the memories overwhelm you, and don't worry about getting lost. Remember my voice. Remember the touch you feel at this moment. It will guide you back to me. So, what did you see?
Oh.
Seems like a rough start. Don't worry. Chaos is pretty normal in the beginning. Can you still remember where this journey began? Penacony, the land of the dreams, located in the Memoria-rich Asdana star system. At that time, a grand celebration of the harmony was about to begin, and as fate would have it, an invitation found its way into your hands.
So far, everything according to what we witnessed.
The family's esteemed guests are cordially invited to Penacony to participate in our grand celebration. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
Was that question asked? That is... I don't fully remember that. It is the question that Sunday asked at the end, yes. But was that in the invitation?
There, you encountered Adventurine, an IPC executive who appeared to be answering the invitation alone, but was actually there to reclaim lost territory. He desperately sought allies, attempting to tip the family's scales with himself alone. And then, there was Sunday, the former head of the Oak family, a pathstrider of the Order who would soon usurp the power of the Harmonious Choir and become your enemy. There was also his sister, the renowned Robin. She was meant to perform on stage, but got caught up in a series of unfortunate events, and in the end, found herself as lost as any bystander. Oh my! Have there been gaps in your memories from the very beginning? This is quite troublesome. Where should we begin?
I mean... But that is what has happened, so are you going to retcon everything, or... is this gonna be more like a Misha moment? Like, we find Misha in Penacony and it turns out like, well, he doesn't exist in reality, only in the dreamscape, so... that's how we figure out, like, oh, we have been in the dream all along and all that, but... I don't know which of these people would potentially not be, like, existing normally, so... is it gonna be a retcon?
Right. Let's start with her. You must remember. That girl who called herself an artist and was hunted down by the family. Of course, her true identity is no longer a secret. What you see as a first encounter is actually a long-awaited reunion for her. Let's begin our story here.
Yeah, we know about that, thanks to Amphorius digging into our memories.
Think of that girl who could neither enter dreams nor wished to wake. Why did she slumber with you? Is this what dreams are?
Ooh. That looks like Silverwolf next to her. And what's in the background I can't see. The red.
I can't see anything. Can't hear anything. Nothing exists except darkness. I don't understand. Why do people long for this darkness?
Don't move yet. It's going to hurt real bad.
Is the surgery over?
Yeah. As expected, you can't recover the ability to dream. Even after paying such a heavy price, we only get one shot at this.
I mean, yeah, that wasn't really ever answered how she actually got in. We just knew that somehow from some place the Stellar Hunter made her enter. Apparently that wasn't such a super nice procedure.
It's fine. One chance is all I need. Is there anything else I need to do?
Just don't die. Take a breather. Once the calibration is done, I'll let you officially enter the dream.
And then I'll be able to enter that land of dreams.
Don't get your hopes up. It's just a nickname. Your dream might not come true.
I've been waiting for this day. People always describe it this way. Once you wake up, it vanishes without a trace. That's why sweet dreams are so precious.
Sounds like you're just trying to make yourself feel better.
Maybe. But when the day we cross paths again arrives, I think I'll pretend we've never met and get to know you anew, as if starting all over.
And that is what she did.
I made a promise with her. Our reunion is right before us. I have no reason not to give it my all.
Even if she's already forgotten it?
But I won't forget.
What she's doing is kind of selfish though, isn't it? Like, I mean, her condition overall is terrible and whatnot, and she deserves at least a little bit of sympathy for that. But I do kind of think it's a little bit creepy to like go after a person that you know, but also you know that they do not know you anymore. And you're just going along with them of like, hey, hello, we definitely have never met, and I definitely don't know how to push your buttons, and definitely make this like perfectly in a way that you might just be my best friend again, or maybe even more. It's like, it feels a bit weird.
No matter how this story ends, I want it to begin with a smile. In the future that Elio foresaw, we never had an ending. But I still have the chance to wrestle back from fate the right to have a beginning.
Thinking hard over there?
Just spacing out for a while. This is my first time dreaming, so it still feels a little odd. Everything here seems just like the real world. It's mind-blowing to think that I'm actually still lying in a life support pod.
Are you sure? Never mind. Hurry up. The Astral Express has arrived.
How is the situation? Can we avoid the family surveillance?
ID's already taken care of, but there's a snag. Let's walk and talk. Head to the room I prepped.
Huh. Yeah, but I'm probably not gonna use the story characters. I just have fun right now playing with this team that I call Oops All Win, Oops All 100% crit rate. But also, it's a bit weird, like, we saw when we entered Penacony for the first time, Silverwolf and Sam standing somewhere and talking. And we know Sam is Firefly, so like, to see them now communicate in this different way, and Firefly being in... and Acheron. Lost Resident. This time I should be on the right path.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Lost Resident is a wonderful description. This is our room, or will be our room? That's,
So, what's the problem?
I hired a helper to slip into Penacony ahead of time to snoop around. She just sent me some intel. There's bad news. The family is borderline all-knowing and all-powerful in the Sweet Dream.
more or less, but...
Is there an emanator of the harmony here?
It's not necessarily because of a person. It could be a phenomenon. Can't say for certain. Anyway, just like the script says, no matter how you sneak in, you'll be found out.
There's not even a single gap? Even just for a couple of seconds?
It's not that we can't create one. The problem is that you're too powerful. You're no small fry. Here in Penacony, you're a colossal threat. They'll be onto you even if you just try to enter the dream.
That means, even if I manage to sneak in, I won't be able to escape the family's pursuit.
Exactly. And a brawl won't change a thing. This is their turf. You'd be throwing your life away.
It might be risky, but I have a plan. The family still hasn't figured out who Stellaron Hunter Sam really is, right?
At least not this branch family.
Oh, what are you hinting at?
Then, let's use that to our advantage. I'll activate Firefly Type 4 and attack the Reverie Hotel. I studied their defenses on the way here. Their basic security won't be able to keep me in check. Create a commotion to force Sam in the spotlight. Then, I'll rush back here at top speed, and while the chaos is still fresh, dive into the dream as Firefly.
Too risky. It's not worth it to expose our trump card Sam just for an uncertain gamble.
But we're already here. Might as well give it a shot.
Let me extrapolate the route and calculate the security response time.
This is not worth it, but we're already here. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Silverwolf, that... You fold like a paper chair.
Hold on.
What is it?
Weird. My readings show security is practically non-existent. That doesn't match what you told me. Describe to me what you see, just to be safe.
Describe? It's just your standard hotel setup. Sofa, dream pool, and... Who's there?
Relax. There's no one here. I knew it. What you're seeing isn't quite the same as the surveillance I see.
I mean, depending on your definition of things, you could say that she is no one. So, I guess, maybe?
That's weird. How does that work? Let me fix it. I told you, dreams are never as simple as they seem. How about now?
We're in a completely different room.
This place is...
You haven't gone anywhere. You've been here the whole time, saying weird stuff.
This is my first time dreaming, so it still feels a little odd. Everything here seems just like the real world.
And we're in a different place again.
And here I thought you were just being stubborn.
Sorry. Could you jog my memory again? It's a little fuzzy.
Following the script, we secured a discarded dream pool. Wasn't easy. Some IPC lackey decided to fight us for it.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. We don't really know where you just somehow got that without problems.
IPC?
Do we?
Forget it. It's not like they won. I converted it into a life support pod. Right now, we're both drifting at the edge of the Astana system.
I see. We're using the synesthesia dreamscape. But it seems I haven't made it into the real Penacony?
This scenery doesn't exactly scream sweet dream anyway. It's probably some kind of buffer zone or something. What you saw just now was probably a mirage.
Right. Then the plan to attack the hotel won't work either.
Exactly. The only thing you can attack right now is me.
In other words, I'm still in the clear. And I'm just one step away from the 12 hours.
You always manage to find a silver lining in a pile of bad news.
At least things are much clearer now. Let me take a look elsewhere first. Maybe I'll stumble upon a good entrance to become a stowaway.
You scout ahead. I'll get in touch with the temp helper.
I mean, again, we know that that is what
Did
actually
you hear
happens.
something?
I didn't notice anything. Strange disturbances in the memory zone are nothing unusual. They say many memories of the past will replay over and over again.
But it is completely quiet, so we're really not in...
No. Wait. I'd recognize that sound anywhere.
Yeah, I too. That sounds like... swarm bugs. That's a... That is swarm bugs.
Just as I thought. But why?
That is a good question.
Shouldn't you take cover first?
No, she probably wants to kill them.
No need. I know them too well.
It's not necessarily the real propagation. This star system went through the swarm disaster long ago, remember? And it was anything but small.
Oh, so... do, like, memoria fragments of memories from the bugs exist?
Are you saying this is just an echo from the past?
Ideally, yes. But it might also be more like a meme. A fear buried in the Asdanians' hearts like a nightmare.
Yeah, that would be a memory that probably lives on a long time.
So this dreamscape really isn't under the family's control.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep searching down this path. As for what they really are...
But we didn't see anything like that in actual Penacony, really, did we?
Let me try it out. Then we'll know.
I mean, that we have forgotten memories and all that, okay. But Firefly also didn't say anything about... I mean, did she have the time to do that? I guess not really. Fine. Okay. It's just a normal ones. Seems like it.
Have some sunshine!
In the coming days, I shall grant you honor. If all is black or step onto the board.
I'm just a frail scum. Insanity!
To the defeated, your downfall is absolute.
Might already be enough. Does anyone else find these incredibly satisfying when they blow up?
Nothing like in real life.
In the coming days, I shall grant you honor.
No, like, really, I find for some reason that these are incredibly fun to blow up.
Don't be rash.
Lend me your strength.
What's the matter? To the soul. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
The remains are gone. Was it just an illusion formed by Memoria after all?
Figures. No wonder a scrapped dream pool isn't worth a dime. Without the family's protection, any regular visitor here is just begging for trouble. Better stay on guard. Not every illusion has good intentions.
Got it.
Also, you can actually just go around them. No one said you have to pay attention to the bugs. That's your bad habit.
Sorry. I just can't bring myself to look the other way.
Never mind. Everyone's the same. They all try to do something for the past, even when they know it's futile. If it makes you feel better, I'll leave it to you. Just be quick about it.
Thank you. But reliving old memories isn't always such a bad thing, is it?
Looks like this business trip has put you in good spirits.
Depends. Sometimes it can absolutely be just a nice thing, reliving some of the good old... Ooh. Sometimes reliving the good old days is wonderful.
In the coming
Sometimes
days,
it's more
I
like...
shall grant you honor.
Yeah, not the greatest thing.
Step onto the board.
I'm just a frail skull. Insanity!
It really depends on a lot of things.
Guide with the Rainbow Bridge.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
What's the matter? To the soul.
We're not gonna go around trotters.
Oh, got a response from our helper. Head to the main lobby. She'll send someone to meet you.
Also, I haven't questioned this yet, but Silverwolf is just projecting herself into the dream, but she's not actually in it? How does that actually work? So, I mean, our dreams are in our head, in our mind, so, like, is she projecting herself through Firefly's head into the dreamscape, or is she using a completely different thing for that? I don't think you're supposed to question that, but I just find it interesting. Now that I notice it, I can't stop thinking about it, actually.
But watch your back. That one's a masked fool. Who knows what they might...
Hello?
And interference.
The signal's gone. Here we go again. Huh? The mech won't start. Why? Huh?
And the bugs don't care for you.
They didn't attack me. Are they running away? What lies at the end of this corridor?
I mean, we have to figure it out, right? Even though we probably shouldn't. Yeah, everything looks like it normally looks, and those are dead bugs.
Debris everywhere. But weren't they just illusions? Could it be
They are burned.
that there's someone else here besides me? The true Sting died from a high heat reaction. And the scar.
It's like what your mech does.
How can this be? I know it all too well.
I mean, again, if it's about the fear of an, so to speak, old war, it makes sense why it persisted all this time. And since you are from that time, I guess, like, yeah, you would be knowing this all too well. And potentially it even draws on your own memories. That's Sam. Or
The swarm is one thing, but even for Memoria, why would Glamoth's Iron Cavalry appear in Penacony? I hope we can see the stars on the next battlefield. Will we see each other again?
Then we should be able to find each other.
AR-214. Is this what dreams are?
I mean, in a sense, yes. I mean, that's one thing you can dream about. People you want to see again.
Is this nightmare your memory?
And also that.
Alright. Not the best timing, but that's as far as this first try goes. So, how are you feeling? Any discomfort?
Question. If you are delving into our memories, Trailblazers' memories, why are we seeing it through the eyes of Firefly? But other than that... Yeah, is this...
Strictly speaking, these are my memories. I can't presume to speak for others.
So you've been observing us the entire time, and also Firefly, I guess is what that means. Which, if she actually is a memo keeper, isn't that far-fetched. When did this happen? Now that is... kind of clear it is before she ran into you, before we met Firefly, I mean. But still.
We had just arrived in Penacony at that time, and were checking in at the hotel.
Yeah, okay. So really just before we actually entered the dream. Why did you stop me?
By now, you should know that memories are both precious and dangerous. I must be extremely careful in allowing all the details of the past to come to the surface. If too many memories come flooding back at once, it would be too much for you to bear.
You okay? Tell me what happened to Firefly.
I'm afraid I can't tell you directly. Whether intentional or not, putting memories into words would only distort them.
This goes again in the direction of what I said before, with like, we can't just save our memories how they are, we are always changing them. Once we have potentially new information, we are looking at things in a different way. And therefore it's not necessarily the same thing anymore with how our brain interprets things and changes them.
Relax. The dust is being swept aside, speck by speck. Look. Though part of it was stolen, the memory of Penacony has become clear again.
Acheron, prophetic dream. Aventurine laying the pieces. Trailblazer check-in at the Reverie Hotel. Acheron solo investigation. Trailblazer tour of Penacony. Acheron exploring primordial dreamscape. Trailblazer exploring primordial dreamscape. Acheron all/down. Aventurine grand death. Trailblazer murder investigation. Trailblazer exploring Dreamflux Reef. All of these moments are things we have seen. from different perspectives and all, like, yes. These are all things that have been there in the game. So these are what we actually know already.
What you just witnessed was her beginning. This dream diverges into two parallel paths. Yours, named the Trailblaze, and hers, named the Finality.
So you're actually talking about the paths. Interesting.
These two paths will eventually intersect. And to reach that moment, we must find more contradictions in the memories.
But what contradictions have you shown us right now? You've shown us a memory that we have not... Well, maybe we have forgotten, maybe it has been deleted by someone from us or something. But you've shown us your own memories. At least that is what you said. You want to find contradictions. I guess at some point she's going to show us something and we are going to be like, hey, that is not how that happened. Because we will remember it differently. Maybe?
You still remember her, don't you? Robin, known by all. You encountered her early on at the hotel in reality. After you entered the dream, she was using the Harmony's power to help you adjust to the sweet dream. Oh, it's just that. After your farewell, she had already become a victim of a sinister plot when you saw her again.
Yep.
What did she discover during that time that would make her suffer such a terrible fate? Be careful. This time, we're going to dig deeper.
Okay, Robin was not there during that moment. At least not visible to us.
Into a past utterly at odds with the memories you hold.
The beginning of the sleepless night, the moment you first entered the dream.
Are you alright?
Surprisingly, I don't feel anything.
Well, you are in the dreamscape after all.
Seems like our guest here hasn't gotten used to the transition. Fret not. Feeling a sense of weightlessness is normal for new visitors. Robin, please guide our friend in getting more comfortable with the new environment.
Robin?
Leave it to me. Don't worry, just relax. You'll be feeling like your normal self in no time. Even so, tuning is still beyond me.
Don't worry. Keep going. I'll help you.
But brother, this...
What did you do to me?
Relax. Just did some tuning on you with the resonance of the harmony to allow you to control your limbs freely in the dreamscape. Essentially, the dream of Penacony is a world formed by memoria. Only by fully understanding its nature can you move freely within it. Unless you're one of the memo keepers of the Garden of Recollection, it can be difficult at first to manipulate the memoria as you wish. But once you've been tuned by the harmony, you can use the same laws of physics from the real world to understand how the dream world works. Oh, oops. I've fallen into my professional habits again. I just can't seem to shake off this urge to be a know-it-all.
Don't mind him. He's always like that. Please, enjoy the beautiful dreamscape the family has built for everyone. We shall take our leave. Have a blast! Sorry, brother.
Okay, and now things we did not see.
I'm the one who should apologize. I knew you weren't feeling well, yet I made such an unreasonable request. I should have known. Losing your voice was just the tip of the iceberg. The real problem lies with the harmony, doesn't it?
Just as I thought. You figured it out too.
Your letter. I've kept it with me all this time.
I'm just gonna read it. A letter from Robin. Dear brother, how are you doing these days? I had intended to visit you at Dewlight Pavilion as soon as possible upon my return, but with the approaching Chamonix Festival and your busy schedule, I refrained from troubling you. However, an urgent matter compels me to share something with you immediately. Since my return to Penacony, I have experienced a peculiar change in my voice. At first I thought it was caused by exhaustion or illness, but after consulting with doctors they assured me of my perfect health and dismissed my concerns. However, my voice worsened over time, and I even experienced periods of complete voice loss. In order to find answers, I conducted many private investigations, using my idle time out of rehearsals, of course. Eventually I realized that the harmony in Penacony is not pure. A discord lurking within has tainted my voice of harmony, which I believe to be the root cause of my vocal issues. I immediately realized that such levels of interference can only occur if either a powerful external force is pulling the strings, or if a senior member of the family is involved. Unfortunately, further investigations has led me to the latter conclusion. This is an extremely alarming discovery. A traitor has emerged within the family in Penacony, and it is highly likely that this person is one of the 4 family heads. I trust you implicitly, dear brother, because of our promise. With the Chamonix Festival on the horizon, I fear this person intends to impede its progress, or even use the festival for some ulterior motive. At any rate, I suggest you monitor the other family heads while also prioritizing your own safety. You are the only true family member I have left. There is another matter that requires our attention. During my investigation, I learned about the Memory Zone meme death. Did we know that before? I'm gonna read before I ask question. And my further inquiries led me to believe that the culprit who directed it to cause this series of incidents is likely the aforementioned traitor in the family. I have collected more clues and am prepared to verify my hypothesis. Rest assured you can just focus on the preparations for the Chamonix Festival. Once I've thoroughly investigated death, I'll come and meet you immediately. It won't take too long. Given your heavy workload, please take care of yourself. Don't stay on the dreamscape all the time. Spend some time in reality when you are free. I've brought some more specialties from other galaxies. Giant Moa pudding tarts from Morillons, wild strawberries from Aconiaco, hopefully that was pronounced correctly, known for their exceptional size and sweetness, which I'm certain you'll enjoy, and I have never seen that word. Cream cracknels from Medicia. Don't worry to enjoy them. May Jipe be with us, your sister Robin. But again, did we know that she figured out about the memory meme? I mean, yes, she gets killed by it in the dream, which actually only throws her into the primordial dreamscape. It's not actually death. It's but what? Huh? And the family member has something to do with that. That's also. I gotta be honest, I don't fully remember everything, but Gallagher is controlling the meme, and he is not really a family member. He is just made from Memoria. He is just the wills of people who are already dead living on and trying to move things in a specific direction to... I mean, he's also the person who invited the Astral Express, so This is a bit interesting. But that also, of course, explains when she actually may be quote-unquote killed in the dream, that this investigation leads her to find the meme, and that's probably when it happens.
Don't worry. This is crucial. I'll uncover the truth before the festival begins.
And him being the actual culprit of things makes this also interesting. I mean, I say culprit, that's a bit weird, because Sunday doesn't want to do bad things, he's very misguided in how he tries to do better.
Let me help you shoulder some of the burden. Did something happen in Penacony?
The Charmony Festival is approaching, and with all sorts of guests mingling, Mr. Gopherwood must focus entirely on the preparations, leaving no attention for other matters. This creates an opening for some people to exploit. If there really is a traitor in the family, now would be the perfect time to make their move.
I heard the Dream Master has fallen ill. Since I came back, I haven't seen him even once.
There was an accident not long ago. He's gravely ill, and I'm afraid he won't be able to appear in his humanoid form for a while. That's why we need to help him even more. Leave the investigation to me. You don't have to worry about anything else. Just focus on the stage.
But...
No buts. Listen, Robin. Never get involved with death in dreams.
Part of me is questioning this. On one hand, he absolutely cares for his sister and wants the best for her. Even though, again, he's a bit misguided in how he wants to do things, but this feels more like he already knows what that might do. This doesn't feel like, hey, beware, you might have something problematic happen to you, but more like a, hey, this might lead you to uncover more secrets you really shouldn't dig into.
You need to sing your heart out. I promise you, when the curtain rises, no noise will drown out your brilliance. Not even the shadow of harmony itself.
that's true. Ever since we were kids, there's nothing my big brother couldn't handle. Then I'll go get ready. I won't take up any more of your time. Be careful, brother. And don't forget to save a good spot for yourself.
Of course. Who says I can't play favorites once in a while?
See you later.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
Big brother, you're always hiding your true feelings like this. You're acting like everything's fine. But I saw you at Daylight Pavilion. You were clearly at your wit's end. When I wrote that letter, I could still barely manage to tune. Later, things just kept getting worse. My intuition tells me that something must be wrong with the dreamscape. In my current state, I'm wondering if I can even sense any anomalies. I'll do my best. Let's hope this is just a false alarm.
Oh, you can check all the timestamps at your experiences in the memories here at any time. All memories are stored here in chronological order based on their own timestamps. Even different points of view follow the same sequential order. For those particularly hazy memories, you can press on the corresponding note to revisit them in more detail. The experience you gained during the finality mission can also be viewed in Fate's Atlas. Okay.
I've been wondering about something from just now. There seems to be a faint dissonance nearby.
Interesting. So are we gonna have more things like this happen, where we in the future also look back at alternate potential things, how things happened, different version of things. There is Firefly.
Is that her?
Don't even think about running away. You stowaway.
Sorry for bothering you. Please, I need your help.
What's wrong? I'll help you. I can't possibly ignore a beautiful lady in trouble.
Hey, look! She has an accomplice.
Ha! Good work! Now we can nab them both in one go!
Stowaway? Seems it wasn't a coincidence. The Bloodhound picked up that strange noise too, just like I did. Better to stay out of sight for now. If that girl really is an outsider, this could be my chance.
Oh, are you going to follow her?
That's enough, boys.
Sir.
What's gotten into you all? Open your eyes and take a good look. Is this lady the stowaway we're looking for?
Huh? Who's this?
Don't you know him? Look at his brown hair and grey vest. He's the officer, sent here by the family to maintain order at the Charmony Festival.
I see you. Sir, the thing is, we're trying to apprehend a stowaway. And that young lady there looks very suspicious. We're sure she's the one.
That's nonsense. Take another look, will ya? The witness report says that the suspect is a lad with silver hair, and you guys are going after a girl with silver hair. Does that even make sense? She's our guest. Well, just get out of my way and I'll take care of this.
Yes, sir.
Something's off. He's not lying. But why? An officer from the Bloodhound family shouldn't fail to sense something is amiss.
Don't worry. I believe this is just a misunderstanding. How could such a lovely girl like you be a stowaway?
Thanks. Without your kind help, I wouldn't know what to do.
Just part of the job. I need to get going. If you need help, you can reach out to me through the young bloodhounds in this area. I wish you an enjoyable experience in this land of dreams.
Too many people know me. It wouldn't be wise to follow them so openly. Looks like I'll have to use a few methods of my own. We need to get closer. Find a hidden spot.
Yes, we're gonna be hiding behind very
I hope I still have the strength to do this.
I mean, that is just a overall thing, but like in every kind of video game when you're supposed to follow people, it always is just like very inconspicuous, like completely, absolutely undetectable, and it's like you're standing right there, like 2 feet away from people, and it's like, come on. Then again, things are limited in how you can apply certain locations and other already made things to these kind of scenarios, so I get it. It's still funny though.
Although the Bloodhounds mistook me for a stowaway, I'm actually a local. My name is Firefly, and I'm from the Iris family. I work as a stage performer, although right now I'm just an extra.
Success! Thank goodness I wasn't discovered.
What did you do?
That girl claims to be an artist from the Iris family, but I can't hear any resonance in her voice.
Are you just listening in?
Well, we can talk about that another time. Right now, I want to give you a tour of the town. Here we go.
If I'm wrong about this, I'll make it up to you properly afterward.
Since this is your first time here, I say we start with the easiest games. The Dreamy Rose and Lucky Wheel are pretty straightforward.
Just here to play games? I guess I was worried for nothing. Sorry, Trailblazer. and Miss Firefly. Maybe this was just a beautiful encounter. Nothing more. I should leave the dreamscape and see the sights beyond it. Maybe things will be better in the real world.
Running out of time?
Huh? They split up?
Doop 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 doop.
Everyone who needs to be here is here. Not to be a buzzkill, but just a reminder. Don't forget about your first death.
Who's she talking to? And what's this about death?
Shh. Let's not talk about this right now. I think someone's following me.
Did you have fun?
No. My intuition was right. That girl is definitely not what she seems. Now I need to be extra careful.
Yes, yes, again. Especially when there's no one around. I can laugh at it.
Ah, he's coming our way.
Hey, well, if it isn't my most loyal customer, the Trailblazer Girl.
So Robin also saw us stroll around with Sparkle in disguise, and then when Sparkle, quote-unquote, like, kidnaps us / throws us into the deeper parts of the dreamscape, I guess that is when we will have the actual interesting things happening.
It's been such a long time, old friend.
Because I'm going to expect Robin to potentially, through Sparkle, have her confrontation with death.
And who's this? A companion? I feel like things are getting more and more chaotic.
Long time no see, superstar.
There's someone else. Oh!
Oh.
Lady Siobhan?
Still radiant as ever. I could spot you from a mile away.
Exactly what I'm saying. I should have maybe actually said it, but it's like, it's freaking Robin. First and foremost, the woman does not look like your everyday person. And second, look in the background. There's a giant poster of her. Like, how does she think she can just walk around and inconspicuously follow people without being noticed? Like, she sticks out like a sore thumb.
I came over to say hi. What brings you here?
Drawing too much attention is never a good thing.
Oh, reminds me of that old saying, from afar, anyone under the spotlight seems endless and charming. But only when you get close do you realize how restless that heart truly is.
Sorry you had to see that. I just came out to clear my head. The Charmony Festival is coming up soon and I'm a bit nervous.
I heard about your voice issue. Drop by the Dream Jolt hostelry when you're free, and I'll take a look at what's going on.
Thanks. I never thought even after all this time, I'd still be troubling you, Lady Siobhan.
You must be pretty nervous if you're being this formal with me.
Looks like my analysis is spot on. Follow me, you two. Let me give you a taste of the adult world.
I'm afraid I'll have to take my leave. I'll come visit you properly. It's just that, right now...
You need some alone time, I get it. It's a date then. Catch you later, superstar.
It's a deal.
Right. It is the Charmony Festival, after all. As people say, you'll be performing for the Harmony. Remember? Before one of your tours, I asked you a question. It's been quite a while since then. I wonder if you found your answer. Robin, what do you sing for?
I think I've got my answer now.
Oh.
But instead of words, I'd rather answer with a song. That would be more convincing, no?
That's actually more convincing than a straight answer. Looking forward to your performance.
Sorry, Lady Siobhan. If there was more time, we could have had a proper chat.
Huh, I expected Robin to say maybe that she's still looking, but okay.
Now, let's get down to business. The distance. It's so far. Just where did they go? The static's gone. They passed through the commercial district. And past the Papashi Club. And then the voice just vanished. Did she return to reality? That can't be right. There's no entrance or exit there. Again? Further away than before. This time in... Dream's Edge. Oh, I get it now. It's the underground tunnel. Right. Makes sense. I should have known. That place is a hotspot for smuggling cases. I should have pressed those two bloodhounds for answers back then. Anyway, I'll check it out. Can't navigate any further from here. Is it because the dreamscape construction isn't complete yet? The family never stops weaving their sweet dreams. And Penacony has always maintained good relationships with the outside world. Why would someone choose this moment, of all times, to plot something sinister?
Because people who plot something sinister don't really care about what's happening otherwise. Or something like that. But I'm actually interested, are we going to see the moment between Trailblazer and Firefly on the roof again? Will Robin, like, be noticing that?
Excuse me, ahead is that Miss Robin?
Hello.
I never thought I'd meet you here. When I joined the Bloodhound family, you were the one who delivered the family's greetings. You probably don't remember me. No, that's too rude of me to say. I'm not worthy.
Of course I remember you, Mr. Loka.
This is unbelievable.
I don't spend a lot of time in Penacony, and have even fewer chances to help out the Harmony. If I'm willing to go, I always make sure to get to know everyone beforehand. After all, family greetings can't be mere pleasantries. They must be heartfelt blessings for each and every family member.
I think maybe Robin's voice specifically is a bit too quiet with the music sometimes.
Miss Robin, you're absolutely dazzling.
That sounds like you're in a trance. Like, that is not great.
By the way, what brings you to Dream's Edge? Do you have anything you need from us?
Pardon me, but have you seen two tourists? They both have gray hair, and one of them is a young lady wearing a hair clip.
You're looking for someone? I don't really recall seeing them, but I can keep an eye out for you if you like.
Oh, well...
Don't bother.
Mr. Sunday, what are you doing here?
Keeping tabs on his sister, I guess.
I heard someone's up to no good, so I came to check things out myself.
Huh?
Just kidding. Don't be so tense. Robin hasn't been home for a while, so I brought her here specifically to look around and reminisce about her childhood days. As for those two mentioned earlier, they were guests we met. They left some items behind, which I've already returned. There's no need to ask anyone else about it.
Understood.
There's a construction site ahead, so we won't go any further. Goodbye.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Loka.
I couldn't speak freely earlier. Robin, why did you come here?
He seems really not happy about this.
Like you said, I'm here to reminisce about old times. What about you? What brings you here?
Tracking down criminals is my duty. And you, my dear sister, you've always been this stubborn. And in times like these, I wish you never had this trait. You're still investigating on your own, ignoring what I said?
Yeah. I can't stop thinking of death, so I followed some people all the way here.
Okay, out of context, that sounds very, very weird.
After all, I witnessed that horrific scene at the Dewlight Pavilion with my own eyes. I can't let you bear this burden alone.
Oh, so you saw them. Those family members who were in the sweet dream, yet death took them away.
I only saw documents strewn on the tabletop. If my brother had even an ounce of energy left, he would never have tolerated such a disorganized sight. Just like now, if it weren't for getting the truth out of you. I absolutely won't tolerate your arrogant and disrespectful facade.
Ooh.
What are you talking about, dear sister?
Yeah, I actually was thinking about that for a moment. But I actually was like, nah, it's probably not gonna be, but now I'm more questioning if this might be someone in disguise.
Just kidding. Don't be so tense. But my brother never jokes around with strangers.
Yeah, that was the moment where I was like, would Sunday say something like that? And again, I just brushed it off because I was like, we had enough people who are not really who they are and whatnot. I was like, probably not. He probably is actually just keeping tabs on his sister, but no, I should have said something.
I watched as he smoothed away the sharp corners of himself. Bit by bit, hiding them in the deepest corners of his heart. Stop insulting my elder brother. Otherwise, you won't just be dealing with the family. You'll be dealing with me too.
And here I thought you'd enjoy my little creative spin I put on him. Don't you think he's more likable that way?
Debatable.
I trust you're mentally prepared to face the consequences of posing as a family head on Penacony.
Jeez, I didn't expect to get played by a little bird. But do you really think you've got what it takes? There's no shortage of people trying to catch me, chicken-winged girly. What makes you so special?
This place is still governed by the 5 lineages. And along the way, you've seen how many of their members are stationed here. Besides, here at the edge of the dreamscape, I can also...
Or you can't?
What do you mean, can? You think you can get your lost power back? I'll give credit where it's due. You must be quite talented to have been chosen as a chord master for the Charmony Festival. You're also quite clever. You almost got everything right, except for one thing. Silent little bird. Have you considered that maybe your sweet dreams never changed at all? They just stopped welcoming you because you grew up. Like a mask. Once you wear it for too long, you can never take it off again.
That is, especially coming from someone like her, a very insightful thing.
mask of yours. Is it really called the Harmony? The twin of the Order? Oh. You know what they say. Robins will fight tooth and nail to protect their territory, even at the cost of their own lives. Looks like that name suits you pretty well. Oh, right on schedule. Gray hair should be wrapping up soon. Miss Sparkle, time to head to the next scene.
Did you teleport her?
Let's roll! Oh my! I thought I could fool your eyes at the edge of the dreamscape. But I guess there's no hiding from you on your home turf. What? You want to settle the score with me for messing with your people? Why don't we sit down and have a chat? You seem like a patient one to me.
I gotta be honest. For a moment, I'm like, is this Sparkle getting into her role? Or is this like an actual, like, talking with a person there? Or is this addressed at the player directly?
So tell me, what exactly do you want to take from me?
How are you feeling? Need to take a break?
But this is based on what Dahlia said, her memories, so I'm guessing this is where she was there the entire time and she may be the one who has been addressed right now. That is more confusing now that I said it out loud than it was before. Yeah, things are more complicated. I mean, Penacony was complicated from the beginning. But I guess, yeah, they're more complicated than we remember.
That stage is called the Sweet Dream. Everyone upon it carries their own desires, striving to see them fulfilled. Yet when those desires intertwine and collide, the sparks that fly are dazzling, and clarity itself becomes obscured.
That doesn't really answer anything. So how's Robin doing? Did she just get teleported somewhere else, or... I mean, Sparkle threw the Trailblazer and Firefly into the deeper parts of the dreamscape, so I'm guessing that's what happened?
The fool killed her, and the crime scene you witnessed was staged by her. Of course, there's no such thing as true death on Penacony. For Robin, this is just a minor setback.
So, kind of, probably.
Before we continue, I have one more question. We've spent some time together, so at this moment, how do you feel about me?
I gotta be honest, I'm not sure. But I also find the answer interesting. Like, I feel pretty good. Why? What's wrong? That's just a very normal answer, but like, what feeling is... Maybe it's just phrased weirdly and it's about like, nah, we don't really have any particular feeling. I'm gonna say I feel pretty good.
How delightful. A pity, though, because that's not the kind of feeling I was thinking about.
What were you thinking about?
How much are you willing to trust me?
Yeah, that is the more complicated one.
As a matter of fact, I've appeared in your memories before. And similarly, it was related to Penacony.
Yeah, it depends on what you did.
That's exactly what I like to hear. Let's continue then.
But I'm not sure if we can fully trust you. I don't... The big question that I have is, even if everything she has said so far is right, correct, and not a lie, if it is all just the truth, she was part of the Annihilation gang. And now suddenly she is like a Stellaron hunter? Where did that little moment come from that she suddenly does something else? I mean, I guess the death of her quote-unquote father would be one thing that could have set that in motion, but still, we have like no information on her, so it's a bit weird to trust her. There's nothing to trust. At least not yet, really.
Let's follow that train of thought and delve deeper. Even I don't know about your experiences in Dream's Edge. When I asked Firefly about it, she declined to give an answer. But judging from her expression, I believe it must have been a beautiful and unforgettable time that belonged to just the two of you. And Sparkle wasn't just here for fun. She's in cahoots with the Stellaron Hunters. She disguised herself as someone from your past, using every means possible to hint at the truth of the dreamscape. In the end, she simply sent you both deep into the dreamscape.
I find it interesting that we get some moments like completely well, not fully remade, but still like Robin listening in on a conversation between Firefly, Trailblazer, and the two and the Bloodhounds. But like then we get things like this where it's just strictly told to us in a, well, I mean, literal narration.
What a kind-hearted fool she was. Thanks to her, you and Firefly managed to uncover a piece of Watchmaker Mikhail's past. And the dangers that lurk within. A memory zone meme. Something unto death. At least back then, you mistakenly thought it was dangerous. With the help of a... let's say graceful memo keeper lady, you managed to escape from there. But in the rush, you and Firefly got separated. And her experiences afterward might differ from what you remember. I was there at that time, too.
And she doesn't really seem to notice you.
See you next time. Hurry.
They reused the cutscene!
Don't worry, I've got you. How are you feeling? Passing through Memoria so suddenly always leaves you in a daze. That memo keeper had ulterior motives. She could have sent all of you away, but deliberately kept you behind.
What happened just now?
It's a memory zone meme. Some Penaconian legends mentioned it and called it death. I caught something unusual, but couldn't get a clear look at it.
But I saw it. In that instant, before it was about to strike, a reflection of another dreamscape appeared in its pupils. It was somewhat similar to the 12 Hours, yet the atmosphere was completely different. What if death doesn't exist in sweet dreams? Or so they say. But what if that's not a lie? Perhaps death is just sinking into a deeper dreamscape.
I mean, we know that that is what it is, but like, just because you saw a flicker in your eyes to come to that conclusion is maybe a bit of a leap?
Too bad. A nosy memo keeper had to show up. Next time we meet, leave it to me. I'll give her an experience she won't soon forget.
And also, since Firefly isn't saying anything, Does that mean the Dahlia is already part of the Stellaron Hunters at this point? If, again, what she says is true.
Every time you say that, it's always you who seems to be having fun. This time, try not to go overboard. It's not necessarily a bad thing. If I really do meet my end, I won't have a chance to tell them the truth anyway. Are they still around?
I can't sense them anymore. I'm afraid they must have gone back to reality.
Hold on. Still no good. I can't get in touch with Silverwolf in the primordial dreamscape. I left her a message. If she gets it, she'll help guide her back here.
I can't get in touch with Silverwolf in the primordial dreamscape. So Silverwolf is transmitting herself somewhat weirdly into this whole place. And that reaction is curious.
Or we could head back to reality first and get in touch with Silverwolf.
Hold on. Recklessly crossing through the dreamscape now would be far more dangerous than before.
What's the matter?
Death caused such a huge commotion that the omnipotent being within the sweet dream has turned its gaze upon this place.
Then aren't we...
We should be fine for now. Death has his attention. As long as we are careful, we won't be exposed. In fact, within this dreamscape, we might find a way to strike back against him. Before you arrived, I did some digging around. From what I've learned, he buried his darkest crimes right here. Whatever it is, I believe it'll be of some use. Let's go look for it before they come back. It's that memory zone meme. Be careful.
I actually had an idea. There is that moment where with Memo Keeper, Black Swan, and Acheron at your side, right? Black Swan, Acheron, and Trailblazer together go through the dreamscape, and we follow Firefly, and she talks to someone. And I guess everybody just assumed it would be Silverwolf because we saw Sam and Silverwolf talk and whatnot, but what if that is what we're
Firefly, let's go and check it out.
gonna be doing now?
From the traces nearby, it was Death's doing. But did they really die?
No, your conjecture is right. It's just that these birds weren't welcome in another dreamscape.
So if you're not welcome, your body stays behind, but if you're welcome, you just poof? Vanish?
You've seen them before?
Yes, but that's what makes this so intriguing. The outcome of the battle was the complete opposite of what I expected. That reminds me, there's something important I still haven't asked you yet. Would you like to die together with me?
That is a question. What the frick is wrong with you, lady?
Today? Not really.
I mean, I guess that's the best kind of answer you can give at this moment. And just smile like it didn't happen. Just be like, yeah, everything's fine.
I just love catching you off guard like that. It's adorable.
So you didn't mean it. You just like playing little mind games. Okay, wonderful.
Then, take a few steps back. I have a few conjectures. There might be some risk. If anything happens, don't worry about me. Just as I thought.
So, what happened?
These ravens are the incarnation of the Dream Master Gopher Wood, that omnipotent being in the sweet dream. In front of him, even death has no strength to resist. The power I just released should have been enough for him to notice and deliver a fatal blow. Yet here we are, completely unharmed.
You know, you're quite similar to Blade sometimes. I mean, when you're staring death in the face.
It's not relief I feel. I'm savoring a once-in-a-lifetime thrill.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? But also, I mean, we already know that things are not what they seem in a dream, that things here and there didn't really work like the family actually says they do, and it's not that they really have that much power. But still, she just straight up tested it and was like, yep, this might kill us, but hey, now that it didn't, we do know certain things.
If only it was just once for me too.
Oh.
But was it really him? If I remember correctly, the Dream Master's body was burned to ashes in a riot long ago. And he can now only sustain his life within the sweet dream.
Not only that, over the long passage of time, he has merged himself with every inch of Penacony's land. The title Dream Master doesn't mean he merely controls the dreamscape. Rather, it means he has already turned the dreamscape itself into his second body. In extreme cases, he could probably burn all of Penacony to the ground, though hopefully he wouldn't have the heart to do it.
We better act fast.
Easy now. We're safe for the time being. Maybe it's not that he doesn't want to act against us, but rather that he can't. At least, not yet. Lately, Gopher Wood has been claiming to be ill, never appearing in the 12 hours. Yet just recently, he buried his darkest crime deep within the dreamscape.
How do you know that?
So, you're saying that burying this crime took a heavy toll on him, leaving a flaw in his supposed omniscience and omnipotence? That does sound plausible. Could it have something to do with the Watchmaker's legacy?
I don't think so. After all, that secret was branded as the darkest. And perhaps the legacy is not one alone. Only by seeing it for ourselves can we know.
So far,
a mistake anyone could make. Setting up layer upon layer of security around a secret only ends up exposing its flaws. Why don't we give it a shot and build up some experience dealing with memes?
There won't be any new experiences. I'll activate Firefly Type 4 and end this quickly.
What a pity. I would have much preferred to see you in a pinch, so you'd have to rely on me all the more.
Guide with the Rainbow Bridge.
I gotta be honest, I can't place her.
Thank you. And I'll
As
give
a
you what
character,
you need.
she is just a little
Step onto the
weird.
board.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. To the soul.
To the defeated, your downfall is absolute.
When it comes to this, you're the expert. Yet I'd always imagined that calling upon that power would make you profoundly melancholic.
I'm not now, and never will be.
But yeah, this is the trail that we follow in the story of Penacony. We see all the burned enemies. So yeah, we are actually going through that part.
An entrance?
It only looks like an entrance. That crack doesn't lead anywhere. It's a lock of memories. And the key is a light cone carrying specific memories. Clearly, Gopher Wood had help from a memo keeper. And since that light cone isn't in our hands, I fear we'll be returning empty-handed.
Is there really no other way?
We could try our luck. Perhaps the memo keeper helping Gopher Wood shares the same habits as me. I'll take a look, but don't get your hopes up. Pretty careless indeed. Just like an old friend of mine. Looks like we're in luck. We found one of their contingencies. Do you have memories like that? A moment in time you never want to forget. One that you find yourself reliving over and over again.
Personally, no. But Firefly? Maybe.
Of course. More than just one.
Over and over and over again.
What a shame.
Huh?
Don't take it to heart. I'm just imitating those annoying memo keepers. In their view, the more memories recalled, the more likely it is to become distorted beyond recognition.
Yay! I mean, I've already said something to that, so... I mean, actually that makes sense, though. That, like, again, if the potential science behind that is correct, that the memo keepers would be like, no, don't think about it, we want the actual, like, pure version of it, we want the actual full thing.
Each time you recall a memory, you risk distorting its true face. That's how they justify the necessity of light cones. How tragic. They never understood the truth. The more eternal a thing, the more it stirs the desire to destroy it.
That logic works for everything, though. Like, it's the same thing as, like, if you tell your kids, like, hey, you're not allowed to do that, suddenly they want to do it even more. Everything that's supposed to be limited in some way, either by limiting its access or by limiting, in this case, like, that it shouldn't be able to be destroyed, it should be kept eternally, it always will prompt people to just try and go against it. So, yeah, in essence, she has a point.
But they weren't wrong about the present situation. Even if Gopher Wood were to come in person, he'd need to bring a specific light cone. His own memories can no longer be trusted.
Because he has pretty much merged with Penacony, so he's stretched too thin, so to speak.
That's exactly why we have a contingency plan right in front of us.
But I haven't seen anything since just now.
Oh, sorry. Inside here, there must be some kind of gentle trigger that would help him recover his memories before they are subjected to distortion.
But for us, that's probably meaningless. Whatever triggers his memories would just seem bizarre and random to us. Still, let's go take a look inside. We might pick up some clues at least.
That's right. Go ahead. Every action brings joy. And a price to pay.
What is your deal, lady?
Paradise shall fall into this world of sorrow. And once dawn breaks, It will shatter in the light of day. How could anything golden abide in glory forever?
Who is saying that exactly? Whoops, for a moment. I had to step away for a moment. I don't remember what I was talking about. Voices, yes. Voices. I wanted to ask, like, who exactly is saying that, because for me personally, I have a problem with disembodied voices without a face. A lot of times it's a problem for me if I hear someone for the first time on like a phone, I'm like, who the hell is this? I can't place your voice. Please introduce yourself. Even if it then turns out that it's like my best friend from school who has been sitting next to me for years, I'm like, yeah, I know you. I should understand what your voice sounds like, but I can't place it. And so this again, I'm like, it feels familiar, but I'm like, I can't place it. I don't know.
How can this be? AR 214. Is that really you?
I mean, probably it's just a memory, right? So, I guess to a certain extent we probably have to say yes. I mean, we as people, what are we? We are, to a certain extent, defined by our memories, right? Like, everything we do in a specific way because of all the things we have already lived through, all the experience we have gained through our lives. They come all together, and that is what forms us, and all of that together to a certain extent, like, that is our memory, that the things we have in our head, the things we remember. So, I guess, yeah, that really could be one of your old comrades. In a sense.
You don't have to force yourself. I can take care of it.
No. It's okay.
Was it her that you saw when infiltrating Penacony?
Yes. I saw her fighting off the swarm. But it was just Memoria, and it vanished quickly. Silverwolf mentioned that Penacony had also faced a swarm invasion before. I kept telling myself that she was just passing by and lending a helping hand. And after everything was over, she had already left, safe and sound.
So this time, do you still want to know the answer?
Would it be any different? I really want you to tell me that this is not real. It's just Memoria. But thinking about it calmly, nothing can change it. A memory is ultimately something that's already happened.
You're more composed than I expected.
I wish I wasn't like this. She and we could be called friends. I wish I could just break down and cry for her, like any normal person would, to mourn her loss. But what surfaced in my mind was that one sentence. This is our predestined fate, and one day, I too shall meet the same end.
One day.
Not today. Though it's already too late. There are still other things I can do for her.
Maybe you should calm down first. Unfortunately, this isn't Memoria, but a real Glamoth Knight. Clearly, Penacony was her final destination.
I'm surprised she made it to Penacony at all.
Oh, the Glamoth regulations. She broke those prohibitions?
Worse than that. She was the first and only deserter of the Glamoth Iron Cavalry. The Empire hadn't fallen yet, but she didn't want to accept a fate of dying in battle. So she left on her own. She said she wanted to choose how she would die.
And that is why this is so important to you, because you live with the certainty that there is no cure for you. You will end at some point. You also want to choose your own end. The music is not helping me. God damn it. I mean, one of the big reasons I like this game is because it has emotional stories, but like, why does it always have to be sad? And just after Amphorius ended, why is the next thing again?
We had a brief farewell, but I didn't stop her. I couldn't. Leaving the Glamoth Empire itself would quickly drain her life away.
Oh.
If we can't change the outcome, why should I stop her from making her own choice?
That is both a very hopeful outlook at it, but also a little bleak. Like, your choice doesn't matter, but like, that also means make your choice. You have the freedom to do so. But it will be futile. You can't change anything.
Quickly drain her life away. Oh, entropy loss syndrome.
Yes, just like me. Leaving the cockpit without permission is strictly prohibited. Surviving knights must actively return to formation. These aren't just military regulations. They're the terms of our survival.
Oh.
When not piloting the Firefly Type 4, I must stay in the cryosleep pod. Otherwise, my entropy loss syndrome will only get worse.
Have we ever had a full explanation of how this works? I honestly don't remember.
So, have you figured out the reason yet?
When she and Kafka found me, I had just finished my duties as a Glamoth Knight. My final battle as a Glamoth Knight. The Empire fell, and all restrictions vanished. For the first time, green flames ignited upon my body. And for the first time, I touched the true path power that the Glamoth Knights wield. That's when I realized entropy loss syndrome is a death called living.
Propagation. Entropy loss syndrome is a death called living. Is this supposed to be meant in a more philosophical way in general? Or is it just about the propagation and the swarm in general? I mean, we see the bugs in battle blow up when we kill them, right? A death called living. That is a very, very interesting line. Huh. Curious.
The propagation? That's the true source of the Glamoth Iron Cavalry's power?
But again, like, I didn't clarify it. Like, is it just that you... I mean, they are created in a laboratory. That's what I didn't really... Is it a parallel to Firefly and the bugs? Like how the Glamoth Iron Cavalry, how these people actually were made? Or is it more an overall outlook at things? I mean, now it is... How the Dahlia says it, like... Now it's very clear what she's actually referencing, but that was what I actually wanted to say. It's like... Is it trying to just go at the direct thing? Or is there here a hidden meaning? Anyway, it's very interesting.
Yes. I've seen it happen. When the Swarm King dies, the Swarm completely loses its vitality and falls into silence. Just like Glamoth's Iron Cavalry, they weren't given a sense of self. The moment they stray from the hive, they're already dead. The same goes for entropy loss syndrome.
So it is more of a philosophical thing, more of an interpretation of it, of how you see it. But still, that's super interesting.
Could you help me take her away? I don't want to leave her here alone. After all this is over, I want to give her a proper burial, just like any normal person.
I'm happy to help. She wanted to escape her fate, but in the end, she died fighting against the Swarm in Penacony. The detestable thing about destiny is that it brooks no defiance. Do you know her name?
When we parted, she had no name, just like me. But I hope by the time she leaves this world, she will have found both a name and a purpose for her life.
Why did Gopher Wood leave her here? No matter how much I think about it, everything he's scheming couldn't possibly be connected to the propagation. How deeply is your past intertwined with this place?
It's not clear yet. But obviously she had multiple fatal wounds on her body. She didn't die from entropy loss. Before we left, Kafka told me, in her view, dreams are inherently a convergence of the past. It's the same for everyone, no matter how much you want to avoid it. No matter what you're seeking, you can't avoid it. Perhaps she was right. However, the Dream Master's weakness has also given us an opportunity.
Good. Now then... Oh? Good news. It seems like we've got a few intruders in this dreamscape. Looks like Silver Wolf can still pick up signals from here after all.
That was fast.
Must be that Memo Keeper's guidance. Either she's lost her sense of restraint or got something nasty up her sleeve.
Let's go check it out.
I'm like really thinking about this now.
You aren't hiding anything, are you?
Now we're just gonna look at these people who, like, Black Swan specifically, but also probably Acheron and to some extent maybe Trailblazer. They just did not notice anything.
Great. She's okay too.
Or maybe it's a memory we have forgotten.
Hold on. There's a troublesome stranger here.
She looks familiar. She's...
Oh? You don't know? Setting allegiances aside, she's much more dangerous than the Dream Master. When facing an emanator who walks in the nihility, we must always tread carefully, no matter when or where.
An emanator of the nihility. Was she ever mentioned in the script?
No. If it weren't for my father's death, I wouldn't have known about this either.
You might have some interesting thoughts about Acheron.
Your arrival is timely. This dreamscape is fraught with danger. Since our destination is the same, how about we join forces? I can protect you from harm, but in the memory zone I'll need assistance from the Memo Keeper as well. And if we run into the family, it wouldn't hurt to have one more person to explain the situation.
Absolutely not. We need to keep her away from her.
Shh, be careful. What's wrong? Right now, their journeying together is actually saving us a lot of trouble. I can sense it. Death has cast its shadow once again. It's close. And unless things change, they'll cross its path before long.
Wait. So, in the original, we find Firefly, she gets taken by the meme, and then we follow, a bit later, a path of burned corpses of enemies that lead us to the Sam boss fight. So we have to follow that happening in that order here as well, right?
That Miss Stellaron is clearly unfamiliar with Memoria. And that arrogant swan, always mindful of appearances, is unwilling to show all her cards. Only with Acheron present can they cross beyond death.
Then all the more reason I should find them right now and tell them the truth. There's no need for another conflict with death.
But Black Swan is still here, with unknown intentions. If she chooses to twist the truth, you won't be able to convince the others. Here, a Memo Keeper's word carries more weight. No need to rush things. There's still time to reveal the truth later.
Absolutely not. Have you forgotten? As a Stellaron hunter, I have a 0-point mission. One that must be completed at any cost. If there's even the slightest chance that Acheron might draw her blade, I cannot let her be there.
Oh, I thought you wouldn't care. Haven't you had enough of sacrificing yourself for duty?
My dream was destined to shatter from the start. But for them, it's still not time to wake up.
Sacrificing your own, well, dreams and wants so that someone else may have a fulfilling life?
Can I ask you for one more thing? There might be a way to have the best of both worlds, but I need to find death before them.
That's not hard. It's still lingering in this domain, but... a win-win solution?
I don't know for sure, but it's worth a shot. Maybe it's not always hostile. And even if it is, once I activate Firefly Type 4, I can quickly subdue it. But if we're dealing with the worst-case scenario, Elio once said that I would face death 3 times in Penacony, and for this first death, I want to decide how it comes.
I just hope that reunion a moment ago didn't rattle you. Go on ahead. I've burned a hole through the Memoria that'll take you straight to the meme. Better hurry, though. It might not stick around in one place for long.
Got it. Thank you.
She can just do that. And this is the
sign of
place.
anything. Could it have already left?
So potentially it should be a repeat of the old cutscene.
Nothing strange here either. Wait, it's right here. I need to end this quickly.
Watch out! A dangerous presence lurks nearby.
Already? There's no time. Then it's fine, it's fine. At least I get to choose how to die. That alone is great.
That's so... oh my god. Again, I mean, even with context, not just out of context, like, no, that is just kind of a... that's a very skewed way to think about things.
Besides, this is just a dream. So it won't hurt that much.
That is probably a much better outlook on things.
This is just my first death. I still have plenty of time to fulfill the promise we made together.
Yup. And there it is.
You should be able to recall at least some of what comes next.
That was the exact same cutscene. Which makes sense. But it's just interesting that these are some of the moments that are completely fine, that not everything that happened is completely wrong. And so far, again, like, we haven't really found something that's changed. We have mostly just been filling in the gaps. So I'm really interested in what this is all building up to. What's the big problem, the big secret, the big, like, the false memories or the memories that we've forgotten? What really is the problem?
She hoped to reveal the truth of the dreamscape to you through her own death. At the moment she was impaled, even the emanator of the nihility would falter, blade wavering in hesitation. That was her way of securing the best of both worlds. Unfortunately, fate still played a cruel trick on her. The Memoria transformed so quickly that she didn't even have a chance to explain. After that, she arrived at Dreamflux Reef, land of the exiles, the true Penacony. The family went to great lengths to conceal its existence, using death as their justification. However, at that time she still couldn't venture deeper with peace of mind. Unable to reveal the truth, the situation that had worried her before continued to persist. She was burning with anxiety to return and get you away from the battlefield. Fortunately, a kind and caring lady was still watching over her. I reached out to help once again. Her worst fears didn't materialize. Death retreated on its own, allowing you all to escape unscathed. After that, guided by Black Swan, you tried to uncover the truth behind Firefly's death. However, as you must have noticed, be it losing contact with her companions, or the embarrassment of being unable to activate her mech, those Memoria illusions were clearly left behind when she infiltrated Penacony from the memory zone. But that hardly matters. Because of Black Swan's blunder, Firefly gained the precious time she needed. When she appeared before you again, she was already using a different identity. That encounter stirred the whirlpool of destiny, causing many paths to converge. And after you left...
But if she couldn't activate the mech suit, then why could she now?
Do you still dream, Hunter? Of those slain by your hand?
Are we gonna get that cutscene as well? Yes, we are.
I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
My time?
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but... why? Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. Now it's my turn to ask. Who exactly are you?
Why ask when you already know the answer? I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. So, I know who is inside that cold armor. Therefore, I can sense it. You know who I am. You know this blade, and the meaning that lies behind it. How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. You shouldn't know so much. Lost self-annihilator.
Like I said, my memory isn't great, so you needn't worry. What's next, then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for her?
No need for that. No harm in telling you. On Penacony, Elio only gave me one instruction. Allow the Astral Express to pursue the Grand Legacy. The Astral Express is not your enemy. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about the dreamscape.
Already on it. Before we part ways, let me give you a piece of advice. No matter which path you and I walk, death is the inevitable finale. Even if we say farewell in the mortal realm, we shall have one final reunion when Terminus ascends to godhood once more. And the same holds true on Penacony.
Once more. Huh. That's also of... I mean, Terminus is being born at the end of the universe, so this could literally just mean when we all meet our end.
I've already been to the Dreamflux Reef. It's not a secret that's hard to uncover.
Well, I'm afraid you have yet to realize just how awake you truly are. It is precisely because life dares to slumber that they can awaken.
Back to the question.
Ascends to godhood once more. Even if she's an emanator, she shouldn't.
Distant
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop.
Land of the Dreams, Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers or salvation.
Thanks. I hope. Huh? A phone call? At a time like this?
You can turn him down. You know what I mean.
But Elio said I'm the perfect candidate.
Candidate. So Elio finally came to a conclusion.
Yes. He said he saw the fourth fate clearly. There won't be any more surprises. He also chose me as the last survivor. Just like her.
We had the conversation between Blade and Firefly before, but this part we didn't have. What does Last Survivor imply? Like, at the end of the universe?
Which path is it?
The Nihility. After it engulfs everything, I must be the last survivor. Giving my all to turn the tide.
Huh.
How ruthless.
However, it's a bit different from the other three. Before that, I have other matters that need my attention. If possible, I must prevent her from being tainted by the power of Nihility. Even the slightest trace of it. After all, everything she carries is not only heavier, but also more precious.
If possible is a bit vague.
I suppose, if it comes to that, even if I have to die for it, I cannot run away.
In the future that Elio foresaw, we never had an ending. But I still have a chance to wrestle back from fate the right to have a beginning.
Not long after, at the Reverie Hotel.
Your guest room in reality is surprisingly modest. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
This is probably one of the most interesting things about this. I mean, there have been other interesting things already, but like, this is the direct connection to Constance the Dahlia.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in a land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
When have thou, on the path of destruction, feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened? The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way... it's like it's been erased. Who's done this? Who are you? Who are you? It's... No. Is this not a memory? Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together.
This is what has happened, right? So far, this was mostly the same as it was originally. But this is the moment where it kind of cuts off in the normal story.
But that seems unrealistic. Dolly is not welcome on the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you. And then, you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Cut the mystical act. I'm absolutely certain you're not thousands of miles away. In that primordial memory zone, my acuity was blocked at every turn. I thought it was because of the family, but it turns out there was a colleague present. What brings you here?
My, how aggressive. Are you backed into a corner? Or have you figured something out? What could bring Constance of the Everflame Mansion here?
That's your fatal flaw, mysterious cremator. The Annihilation Gang has always operated in plain sight, with no secrets among its members. And Duke Inferno has never had an offspring named Constance.
Huh.
Oh? Are you so sure? What if I'm just too capricious and can't help but betray anyone?
That's impossible. The Antimatter Legion has been after her this whole time.
So is she not actually supposed to be part of... We have had a full-on trailer. I mean, it's a long, like, long time ago, but, like... Are you telling me that, like, the entire Annihilation Gang was potentially fooled by her?
Aren't you the same? The Garden of Recollection launched 14 pursuits trying to erase me. And in that final one, I died right in front of you, didn't I?
It really is you.
So you already know her. It's also interesting.
to interrupt another's reunion. Such a graceless act. But by all means, after this, we'll have ourselves a nice long talk about your ingratitude, my dear cellmate. That's a peculiar look on your face. Before this, I was always anxious about this moment, always afraid you might find me frightening.
Honestly, I just find you confusing. Like, legitimately, I do not know what to make of you.
Of course. Everything about Penacony is more important than you think. To prevent other terrible outcomes, the Stellaron hunters were forced to use great power.
That's pretty terrifying.
If you're willing, and if you can endure it, I can keep going. Or perhaps...
I mean, yes, please, we want to actually get to the bottom of it.
Would you prefer to indulge in my double standards? Yeah, we were quite close. Don't get the wrong idea from how I phrased it back then. I've always thought that when two people are locked in a knife fight, with their blades pressed to each other's throats, they become more intimate than any pair of dancers.
I mean, I guess to a certain extent, you are not completely wrong? Like, fighting with another person, potentially even again and again, and learning about each other, of how you do things, what your methods are, and so on. You can describe that as an intricate dance. Sure.
Now, let's turn our gaze to where the threads of destiny intertwine. Soon after, you finally learn Black Swan's intentions. She made a deal with the IPC to bring you before Aventurine. In order to reclaim Penacony, the IPC had been seeking temporary allies. As a show of initial sincerity, he revealed his discovery to you. The crime scene of Robin's death that was staged by the Fool. From that moment on, Aventurine embarked upon his great gamble. Willing to shatter the cornerstone as precious as life itself, he deceived Sunday with his schemes, earning himself a chance to risk it all.
And to kind of be successful. I mean, he got what he wanted, mostly.
With such a high-stakes gamble, he succeeded in provoking the Emanator's strike. The family's carefully guarded secret was exposed, and you, caught in the eye of the storm, were pulled into the chaos. But that's all about the living. In the same moment, what became of those within the world of the dead? Miss Robin arrived at Dreamflux Reef ahead of you. But what awaited her wasn't the uncertainty of a gamble, but rather a destined life and a destined death.
Brother, I don't understand. For a bird, does flying also need a why?
Since it falls to us to decide whether to release it back to the sky, we must take responsibility for that choice.
Not everything is your responsibility. I mean, especially if you're a kid, that is maybe a bit too much.
That really sounds like Mr. Gopher would. But I've made up my mind. Let it soar free and wild. If I had feathers and wings like it does, I definitely want to fly. Even if just to try it once. Besides, Big Brother will help it, right?
But
it's truly reassuring to hear such words before parting.
Come, Sunday. Your little sister will be walking ahead of you now.
Mr. Gopherwood, how did you...
The gods bestowed upon us heavenly fire, and with it divine tribulations. Let them be, for we are all mortals, born to love and to suffer. Today, more than one little bird will embark on their long journey. How could I miss the moment of your departure? Come here, child. I've prepared a farewell gift for you.
Okay, that does sound somewhat potentially bad, but why did you have to put farewell gift in quotation marks to make it sound even more ominous?
What did she give you? Miss Robin?
Sorry. Where was I?
In Dream's Edge, a masked fool attacked you and left behind a parting gift.
Oh, it's hard to call it a gift. When the fool killed me, they put a mask on my face. But when I woke up in Dreamflux Reef, it was gone, and I couldn't feel any effects from it.
As for that mask of yours, is it really called the Harmony? The twin of the Order?
She might be hinting at something, but I still can't figure out what she means.
Speaking of which, how is that anomaly of yours doing now?
I'm gradually getting better. There's no denying that Dreamflux Reef also spreads the Harmony, and it hasn't been affected by the family's traitor. As for my loss of voice, I still need to keep investigating. Perhaps I've been wearing a mask all along, without even realizing it.
If you need any help, just say the word.
Thanks for your help. I'm starting to get familiar with this place. But Dreamflux Reef is so isolated. Is there any way to know what's happening outside? I want to check on my brother's situation.
That's easy. Just head to where all the action is. Want me to show you the way?
I'll take a walk around by myself. Thanks, Mr. Micah.
Miss Robin, can you hear me?
That voice.
Over here.
Are you Miss Firefly?
So you did notice me after all. Sorry, but I can't show myself right now. Could we talk somewhere more private?
To be honest, I have no reason to trust you.
I get it. But I can assure you, this isn't a trap. If you really need a reason, there are anomalies in the 12 hours. We are suspicious of the Dream Master's true identity.
Lead the way. But let me be clear. Agreeing to me doesn't imply anything about my stance.
Understood. My companion will show you the way.
I mean, we meet Robin back in Dreamflux Reef. At that time, I don't remember, but she has already, have some suspicions, and we do talk about... I really should have maybe looked back at some of that stuff. And I mean, we can, and again, we can just redo all the story quests, so why not? But I don't fully remember...
Flames. Is there a cremator among Miss Firefly's companions? Miss Firefly? You can show yourself now.
Sorry, just a moment. My companion will bring you this way shortly.
This way? Where is this?
The same place that we are in right now, so in what did she call it? She called it her heart.
As expected of the Harmony's favorite, passing through such dense memoria without even being affected in the slightest. Hello. You may call me the Dahlia for now. This is our cozy new home in the sweet dream, where words may flow more freely.
A new home burned out of the sweet dream? If you really wish to have a proper conversation, you shouldn't resort to provocation like this.
I apologize. But she's different from other cremators. She has no intention of stealing memories. The same goes for me. I have never wished to destroy the sweet dream. Sneaking into the dream was my only option.
But again, this is only filling in gaps. And don't get me wrong, that's cool and all, but like, I'm still wondering what is the final part of this? Where does this go?
I really like Penacony as a tourist. This is my first time dreaming. And Penacony is more wonderful than I imagined.
Thanks. So, what brings you here?
I'm sure you've noticed it too. The Dream Master Gopher would completely merge with the dreamscape, becoming virtually omniscient and omnipotent in Penacony. But now, he's losing his grip on the dreamscape. To find out why, we conducted some investigations. In the primordial dreamscape, we uncovered a crime that he had buried away. We suspect that's why his powers aren't what they used to be. And that's why he's been telling everyone he's under the weather.
Crime?
I'll show you later. Belonging to his family, you wouldn't believe me unless you saw it with your own eyes.
You've indeed uncovered many clues. But before we proceed, I must confirm your true intentions.
That is one of the most, like, I don't know. For the most part, I think Staria's writing is pretty good. Sometimes even, like, actually exceptional in terms of how certain things connect to one another. But that line, you've uncovered many clues, is like, maybe one, maybe a bit more, but like, you haven't actually seen them, so you literally are just taking their word for it. Like, I don't know. It just feels like it's a literal empty line.
My purpose is about a reunion, a rescue, and a farewell. Will you believe me?
That also doesn't really tell us anything. That could mean 50 bajillion things, but oh well.
Miss Firefly, that expression and tone of yours just now, I've seen it many times in my audience.
Yeah. For someone like Robin or other just Pathstriders of Harmony who can tune in to people's emotions a little, I mean, maybe not perfectly and whatnot, but still, who have at least a little bit of an possibility to read people like that. Just, even if you don't share information, it probably is enough, but it still is just a bit weird.
Expression?
That's the look one has when describing what they hold most dear in their heart. So I'll trust you this time. When I first left Penacony, the Dream Master gave me a parting gift. A divine law, so to speak.
For a leader of the 5 lineages, that's pretty cheap, isn't it?
Since then, I've walked the path of harmony as a Pathstrider, wielding its power. Until I returned once again for the Charmony Festival. In the 12 hours converged by the Dream Master, I developed symptoms of losing my voice, and the strength of the harmony began to wane. Yet in Dreamflux Reef, I wasn't affected at all. I believe that the path he once pointed to might not have been named the Harmony. That's why I gradually became incompatible with the sweet dream. In the past, the Dream Master would harmonize for me. But when he was too busy to tend to me, I finally noticed something was wrong.
So, which path did he choose to walk?
It's not clear yet. There aren't many clues about this, but I suspect it's the Order.
Well, we already know that to be true. Plus Sunday.
Thank you, Miss Robin. You've helped us clear up many of our doubts. However, regarding the Dream Master's path, we have different conjectures.
What is it?
Come with me. It's time to see it with your own eyes.
Oh, we actually get to be in this room. Why is the roof broken open?
Thank you, Miss Robin. You've helped us clear up many of our doubts. However...
Okay, you're just repeating.
Come with me. It's time to see it with your...
Okay, nothing extra. Nothing other extra that we can potentially look at. Nothing that sticks out, at least. Well, onto the mirror.
Here lie secrets that the family tried to conceal, and a long, romantic tale. Sadly, most of it has nothing to do with us.
Brooklyn Tiernan. I remember that name. A Galaxy Ranger, worthy of admiration. When Penacony was plagued by the swarm disaster in the past, he was the one who fearlessly protected our sweet dream.
Huh.
That's why we had to come here. We suspect that after turning away from the family, the Dream Master sided with the propagation.
But I mean... Sunday did wield the power of order, did he not? So it would just be Mr. Gopherwood. But also... let us play out before I say anything more.
How could that be?
History as we know it may be long gone, but people's memories remain preserved in the memory zone. If we can master the technique, we'll be able to pierce through time itself and salvage the past from chaos.
Is this... Memoria?
Every disaster brought by the swarm was accompanied by countless sacrifices. Some names were remembered, but others were not only forgotten, but betrayed.
What are you doing? I am not your enemy.
Indeed. Our true foe is that abominable fate.
Also, did he have a actual character sprite before? I don't think he did. I think the only time we talk to the Dream Master is... he has a moment where he is in an NPC, yeah, sure, but I think that wasn't really him, that was more a projection or something. So I think this might be the first time that we actually see him.
Then why? Why?
Easy, child. Your struggle only adds to the pain. The strike I just delivered, dishonorable though it may be, did not miss. Here and now, your death is certain.
But I was clearly helping fight against the swarm here.
Indeed. As the swarm ran rampant, a Glamoth knight passing through joined the battle without asking for anything in return. Truly admirable. But have you ever wondered why, right after that, the infestation only grew worse?
Could it be?
The Glamoth Knight, born to purge the swarm, turned out to be a pathstrider, walking the path of propagation. The sweet dream has never been tainted by the propagation. You brought it here, and only your death can remove it.
How can this be? I can leave and never come back here. I can't die. I don't want to die.
That's precisely why I said that strike wasn't honorable. I explored your secrets for the sake of the sweet dream. But striking you down, that came from selfish desires after glimpsing eternity.
I gotta be honest, I never liked him, but the more we learn about him in here, the less I like him. And please explain what exactly you mean with that last one.
Paradise shall fall into this world of sorrow, and once dawn breaks, it will shatter in the light of day. How could anything golden abide in glory forever? You shall become my darkest crime, and the beginning of a great undertaking. Your remains shall become the foundation for eternal paradise.
How?
You're quite familiar with the Memoria, so you should be able to tell whether this memory is fabricated or not.
Laying the foundation for eternal paradise? This...
At that time, she was trying to escape her own destiny. But when the swarm was discovered on Penacony, she didn't just stand idly by. Even though she died while fighting against the swarm, it wasn't destiny catching up with her again. It was her own choice. Because like any ordinary person, she had a conscience and knew compassion.
Is she your friend?
Yes. And in many moments, looking at her is like seeing myself.
I know it won't undo what's been done, but I'm sorry. No matter what purpose the Dream Master has, it doesn't give him the right to sacrifice anyone. I promise you, when all of this is over, regardless of the outcome, I'll tell everyone about her deeds. She deserves to be remembered by the sweet dream.
Thank you.
But there's one thing I don't understand. Even if the Dream Master is after the power of the propagation, there are plenty of swarms left in the cosmos. Why resort to killing?
The easy answer, of course, could be that it's just to keep it quiet. But I think it has something to do with what I asked before. It's like, why propagation specifically? And that might be the reason as to why he also does it in a very weird way.
That's exactly why we came to find you. With the Charmony Festival about to begin, it can't be a mere coincidence that the Dream Master is pushing forward with his various machinations now. And you were chosen to perform for the Harmony. Whether you're aware of it or not, you must be absolutely crucial to his plans.
I see. You want me to become the conduit to retrieve the past from the memory zone? What exactly do I need to do?
I'll need to temporarily take a piece of your memory. By letting it stir up the memory zone, I can follow the flow of memoria and burn a path through, retrieving scenes from the past once again. Whether I succeed or not, I'll return your memories to you safe and sound.
Let a cremator access my memories?
I also think it's too much to ask. If you deem it necessary, you can use tuning to leave a safeguard in our minds, preventing any ulterior motives.
There's no need. Let's get started.
Honestly, both sides of this, like both the powers of the Memo Keepers and the Cremators, as well as the power of the Harmony of tuning, very, very, very creepy. Like, messing with the mind always is like one of the worst things. Because, like, the damage you can cause is, like, immeasurable.
May the harm that befalls you never lead to your downfall. This is a blessing that has been passed down through the family for generations. I don't want all trust to be built upon mutual threats.
So this is what star power looks like. You've even made me a little starstruck. All right. Looks like we got lucky. Oh? What's this? A piece of worm-eaten oak?
Found something new?
This time, I'm afraid we've uncovered quite a disaster. Let's go see it with our own eyes.
Nothing but lies, my dear. Hiding behind the title of a memo keeper? Tell me, how long have you been lying to them?
I mean, with what Robin just said, I don't think she is lying.
You really seem determined to savor those unforgettable moments, don't you? Be smart and take a hint. I don't have time to entertain you right now.
Oh, because you're busy, pretending to be a Stellaron hunter?
Who are you talking about?
Quite the clever move there. Miss Firefly, if you're willing to take my advice, why not make a trip back to reality? Ask that Silver Wolf lady carefully who your true companions really are.
How did you...
All right, you. Still can't help sticking your nose into everything, huh?
Who exactly are you people?
She's just a cremator who manipulated memories and pretended to be a Stellaron hunter's companion. She fooled all of you.
I mean, it's the same that she tried to do with the Trailblazer at the start, so it doesn't really come as a surprise. And again, I kind of hope that we could have gotten answers as to how she would have become a Stellaron hunter, and since we didn't get those, again, not really a surprise. But it all leads back to the question, what exactly does she want?
What about Miss Firefly? Is she alright?
She might get lost in the memory zone's turbulence, but don't worry. She's quite something. She'll only be stuck there temporarily. I'm here to bring you back to the Oak family. Mr. Sunday is worried about your safety. He tasked me with finding you in the dreamscape. As for this Dahlia, She cannot be trusted. To extract specific history from the memory zone through just one memory? While there might be memo keepers capable of such feats, they certainly wouldn't be mere pathstriders.
Seems you've been watching for quite a while. Yet you only show up fashionably late when we're about to make progress. Who's the untrustworthy one here, I wonder?
Save your excuses. I bring a message from Mr. Sunday that will prove my identity.
Just a message? Don't you find that a bit ridiculous?
Let's give it a try. It's only 2 words. Charmony, Dove.
Well,
I don't know the details, but Mr. Sunday said you would understand.
I actually don't fully believe that she doesn't know the details.
Indeed. Unless it's an extreme situation, this is enough to earn my trust.
The IPC, Astral Express, and now you're even taking assignments from the family? My, aren't you popular? But you just had to choose the path of your own demise? Back then, I not only kept Lady Acheron's secret, but also left you with your life intact. What? You're that eager to rekindle our past?
Well, you are the Dahlia, after all. I have to keep an eye on what kind of trouble you're going to stir up next. I've been questioning this for a long time. How could Destiny's slave possibly accept someone like you, whose very nature is betrayal?
The biggest problem in this entire storyline right now is just we only hear people say what they think about other people. We don't really see too much. Again, the most thing that happens was like filling in gaps that, like, for the most part makes sense, and the only thing that we really see is that Dahlia was helping Firefly along, which, if she is a Stellar Hunter or if she's doing it for her own purpose, in both cases, well, she has been helping her along. From just that alone, it's very difficult to really see if she is fully trustworthy or not, if she just maybe is a bit weird in how she does things or whatever. But Black Swan isn't necessarily that much better, even though I never really thought that she was a bad person. There was the whole thing about, like, in Amphorius, like, why did she even bring us there? And I mean, it was good that she brought us there, but it's still questionable what her actual goals are. And have a person like that and be like, hey, don't trust this person. It's like, I'm not sure that I trust you 100%. This is very, very difficult to figure out. Like, who is really saying the right thing or the full truth, or who is just keeping quiet about certain things and who may be completely lying. It is...
And what's the deal with the Stellaron Hunter?
Let's get somewhere safe first. Then we can talk. She's too dangerous for us to let our guard down.
Many thanks.
You've gotten more composed. Or have you just gotten slower? She's already left this area. There's no way you can catch up to her now.
Catch? Why would I chase after her? Arrogant swan. If I didn't take her memories just now, then what exactly did I do to her? I might as well tell you. I planted a spark of the cremator's fire in her memories.
You what?
It will spread silently, and in an instant, it will burn away all her memories of seeing me. She'll believe she was never here.
So that is why all of our memories are weird, probably. But then why are you going back at the... No, it still doesn't fully make sense. God!
The suspicions that have already taken root in her mind will also gradually fade away. No matter what she has discovered, the moment she attends the Charmony Festival, she'll revert back to that good child who was born to walk on the Order. You're the one who's run out of time.
Like, that sounds super villainous. But again, then why does she now try to tell the Trailblazer, hey, you don't actually know everything, there's something wrong with your memories if this is actually the truth? And she wants... Gah!
I see. Not a member of the Everflame Mansion, and definitely not a Stellaron hunter. Your true ally is the Dream Master?
Oh, aren't you clever? How about a little reward for that?
Cut the act. Even with your usual reckless methods, you can't handle me alone.
You're right. I can't do it alone. But I rarely feel lonely anyway.
Repent and return to righteousness. Though you soar like an eagle and make your nest among the stars, I will bring you down from there.
Now, can you still keep your cool?
He actually gave you strength through the divine law. The Dream Master would go this far for an ally?
What can I say? I'm just that trustworthy. If he hadn't done that, how could my control over Memoria far exceed that of ordinary memo keepers? Let alone allow me to tamper with the Stellaron Hunter's memories.
Okay, so that is at least one confirmation. But again, what is your actual plan? What do you actually want?
Unfortunately, you lost your composure in your euphoria. In the dreamscape, I might not be your match. But if I want to leave, you can't keep me here.
Harsh words. Want to test that theory? It's easy to throw away a flower, but the fragrance lingering on your hands won't fade so easily. I can be quite persistent, you know. Even if we rekindle what once was, I remain unchanged. Run faster. I love watching people resist. Love watching them flee. Let's savor this moment a bit longer. After all, for us, this will be an incredibly crucial moment. No matter where you run, I will always find you. I have the numbers advantage. You have no chance of winning.
I don't want to use a cremator's tricks. Not that I can't.
I knew it. Your ever-shifting morals. Never changed.
Where do you think you're going? After putting on such an elaborate show, won't you stay for a little chat?
Okay, number 1. Cool cutscene. Number 2, where the heck are we? Dream of a gnawing oak. I mean, the design is very much Amphorius-like, but we are not supposedly in Amphorius, and this doesn't really look great. I don't know, but like, flower bud pulsates with a certain rhythmic beat. Following that, crimson spores gush forth. I don't know, these plants look like they're taking over even a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it.
The most trustworthy thing about you is that you're never to be trusted, darling. And that's one thing that's never changed about you.
When did you figure it out? That the divine law used to share power with me was also the shackles he placed upon me.
So these two are really just making a weird dance back and forth with one another. That just... like, you just never really know what's really going on.
The moment you admitted to being the Dream Master's ally, I began to suspect your true intentions. Until now, you've betrayed every single faction you've joined, without exception. Besides, after not seeing each other for so long, and now having such an overwhelming advantage over me, you'd do everything in your power to stop me, even if I had the slightest chance to escape. The openings you deliberately left during our clash weren't exactly subtle. Rather than toying with me, you were leaving gaps everywhere for me to cremate Memoria.
Oh, really? I'd love to drop the act and give you a proper taste of torment. But alas, as long as the constraints on me remain, I'm not my own master. I can't do anything that would harm Gopher Wood, nor can I reveal his secrets.
But you... huh. I wanted to say, well, but you did reveal the murder he committed. And I don't mean to Firefly, like she was manipulated, so that potentially doesn't really count, but like, she did reveal it to the Trailblazer, because we are watching this. But then again, since these are her memories, these are things in the past that have happened, so I guess the constraints are no longer in place.
Good thing we've always had this kind of tacit understanding, always trusting in each other's capriciousness.
I wish that wasn't the case. I'd rather not draw the Garden's attention because of my association with you.
I actually want to know, like, what happened between you two?
Aw, back to your old tricks again?
It's an epiphany, dear. Something you'll never understand. Let's talk about what's really important here. What are you hoping to get from the Dream Master that made you willing to submit to his control? After putting on such an elaborate show, using me to regain your freedom, which kind of memories are you trying to steal from the sweet dream?
Why, of course, the destructions.
Stop joking around. You abandoned that path long ago.
You're still as charming as ever.
Well, my biggest question remains, what does she really want?
So, let me show you a glimpse of the past. Just this once, Weren't you really interested in the Everflame Mansion?
So you were the one who erased the memories from that music box after all.
That's right. I kept only this scene as a memento. I wanted to remember how I felt at that moment. And look closer. It's not just the memories. The Everflame Mansion itself has ceased to exist.
Those claw marks. You've long since strayed from that path, yet you can still wield the power of the destruction.
Isn't it the same right now? I've betrayed the Garden of Recollection, yet I can still show you the memories. If you have time, I can help you savor the memory of our first encounter.
Go ahead and savor it on your own. I want to put it behind me. The sooner, the better. But can't you tell me something I don't already know? You betrayed the Everflame Mansion. Is that really supposed to be surprising?
Destruction is a glorious moment. As Duke Inferno's daughter, I will see his last wishes carried out to perfection, even if my role as such is only temporary. And besides, who said I betrayed them back then? I came here to fulfill Duke Inferno's last wishes. This was his command to me. Make the Knights of Penacony crumble and wither. Leave naught but a tomb of remembrance. In other words, everything on Penacony related to the remembrance was my target for destruction. But this was already a world of Memoria. How could I possibly accomplish this without any help? Working with the Dream Master may be like dancing with the devil, but I have no better choice. Oh yes, everything tied to the remembrance includes you, of course. Grateful? You should be. My whim is the only reason you're still alive.
I won't be grateful for that. You couldn't have done it anyway. Filial piety has never been one of your strong suits, so drop the act.
That's exactly why I'm saying, you only think you understand me. Think about it carefully. As a Stellaron hunter, didn't I work my hardest to help Firefly get closer to the truth?
Kind of, yeah. Again, you are incredibly weird to figure out.
As an ally of the Dream Master, I also helped monitor the dreamscape. And when a hunter infiltrated Penacony, I seized the chance to pose as her companion and trapped her in the memory zone. As for Robin, whom he chose as his songstress, I burned away her doubts too, leaving nothing to chance. Like the destruction, betrayal is but a fleeting moment. And before it came, whether with Duke Inferno, Gopher Wood, or Firefly, I wasn't pretending. I truly, wholeheartedly became their companion.
So is that what you're doing with Trailblazer right now? Wholeheartedly wanting to help and then betraying us later?
What about Robin? Those sparks that burn through memories. Don't you think that was a bit too much?
Oh my! I thought I could fool your eyes at the edge of the dreamscape. But I guess there's no hiding from you on your home turf.
So I was correct. It's what... We saw what she saw because Sparkly in disguise as Sambo was talking to her. God damn it.
What? You want to settle the score with me for messing with your people? Why don't we sit down and have a chat? You seem like a patient one to me. So tell me, what exactly do you want to take from me?
Don't worry, I only went with the flow, suppressing her power a little to make it easier for you. I trust You're someone who knows how to return a favor, right? There's this thing called the script. Now that, I find quite intriguing. Stellaron Hunter collaborator. Soon, Robin will understand the true purpose of those sparks, and thank me for it. I can hardly wait. Even though I'm not a Stellaron Hunter, this time, I might have a chance to betray destiny too. So stop thinking you've figured me out. I don't want to miss out on any possibility life has to offer.
I don't know if that was audible, but we are definitely a bit early for fireworks. But oh well.
Betrayal isn't in my nature. Greed is.
Darling, are you fatally wounded or terminally ill? Unless you're on your deathbed, I don't believe you're actually being this honest.
I can make an exception for you, but most people, I certainly don't want them to remember. Sometimes, I resent memories, because some people don't deserve to witness my radiant bloom again in their memories. And besides, you're no better when it comes to greed. On my deathbed, I suppose that's not entirely wrong. I was hoping a little honesty could talk you into dying with me.
She said that with Firefly as well. What does she actually mean by that?
No, thank you.
Too late. You're already caught up in the secret. Come on, just a few steps more. Even if I tried to turn you away, you wouldn't want to.
Okay.
I see now. A piece of worm-eaten oak. You weren't just making that up.
No.
Oakwood is prone to insect infestations. Nothing surprising about that.
I mean, the insects in questions are the propagation. But still, what is this? Are we just in a different version of the dreamscape of Penacony? Okay, this is normal sky, kind of, but that looks like we're inside the membrane of a cocoon or something. Is the dreamscape like a giant incubator? And it was infested? Then that's Aventurine.
It's him.
What the...
Just look at this place. Shouldn't be this lively here. Ladies, which one of us would you say is the uninvited guest?
Is this where you ended up?
Mr. Aventurine, what are you doing here?
Well, the game's over. And I scored a big win.
Oh, what did you get out of it?
The Nihility Emanator cut me, and I died in the most spectacular fashion.
Oh, speaking of which, you must know exactly how that feels. My dear lady who loves to dance.
Still better than having no invites at all, my dear helpful lady.
God, you two are like an old married couple.
You two are really something special.
You're quite interesting, Mr. Aventurine. However, you weren't supposed to find your way here. Unless you can give me a reason, I'll indulge you by letting you die once more.
That confident, huh?
You haven't hidden your weakness well, even though you're one of the 10 Stonehearts. Right now, you'll be easy enough to handle.
I wouldn't be so sure. Since you know who I am, you should know better than to gamble. Consider this warning a welcome gift from a friend. So long as my trump card remains unplayed, none will dare see the hand through to the end.
What trump card could you still have?
Too bad you've used up all your luck for today. I've always found losing more interesting than winning. What's the harm in giving it a try?
Hold up. No need to rush into making enemies. Mr. Aventurine, congratulations on uncovering the truth behind death. But from what I know, you should be at Dreamflux Reef instead.
Well, after taking a solid hit from the Emanator's blade, I never got the chance to enjoy a good nap. Thus I sank into the chaotic memory zone, and then my desire led me here. As I thought. You two haven't noticed. The answer was right under your noses this whole time. You can traverse through Memoria without relying on roads, which is exactly why you missed it. Ladies, you didn't think the IPC would enter Penacony unprepared, did you? Backed by a most attractive package, I quietly assembled a team to research the memory zone. And I only asked for one thing in return. How to escape alive if I accidentally got lost in Penacony's Memoria. To be honest, they didn't contribute a thing. But they did help me discover a certain legacy. Rosalina Jane Estella, the former undertaking once belonging to this Nameless. She once boarded the Astral Express as an outstanding surveyor. Years ago, in pursuit of the primordial dreamscape secrets, she ventured alone into the memory zone and was never seen again.
Did we exactly know something? The name sounds familiar. I think she has been mentioned. Even though I don't think it was with full name. Or maybe these are just too similar to other things.
Everyone believed she had perished, taking the mysteries of the dreamscape to her grave. But that wasn't the truth. Before departing from this world, she single-handedly forged the pathway of Memoria.
Mr. Aventurine, do you even realize what you're saying?
Look, I didn't believe it at first either. But the Nameless, as it happens, had quite a unique background that led her to devise a brilliant solution. Using the technology from the Zarina Erd system, she gave her life to the memory zone, giving Penacony's dreamscape a unique signature. When dream chasers wander into the memory zone, they'll drift towards places that can fulfill their desires. Those who yearn for freedom will witness the form of the primordial dreamscape. Those consumed by obsession might encounter certain special dream bubbles. And those who are lost and directionless will return to the 12 hours, seeking their path within their own past. The family discovered this trait and cleverly utilized it, allowing guests to be sent to different hours upon their first dream entry.
Okay.
In other words, this Nameless is the true founder of the planet of festivities. As for me, maybe I ran into a good doctor. From the look of this place, he's the one who let me blunder my way in. The impossible in dreams is not death, but dormancy. Do stay alive. I wish you the best of luck.
Huh.
Looks like I'm pretty lucky. I can't wait to see what I'll discover here.
It would seem luck favors you still, Mr. Aventurine. Fate is truly fascinating, yet cruel. Remember Miss Robin's question? If the Dream Master was after the propagation, why did he have to harm the Glamoth Knight? Years ago, he had already completed this plan, waiting for a Glamoth Knight to enter the dream.
Oh.
Unfortunately, with the sudden fall of his empire, his hopes seem to have been dashed.
So he just wanted the knight to find it, drifting towards your desire. Interesting. Also interesting that, like, okay, I said it at the start of, like, is this gonna be like a retcon of things? Well, I guess the Watchmaker, how we know him, is not the true founder of Penacony. Or at least not in the way that we know.
Yet just as the Charmony Festival was about to begin, a descendant of the Glamoth Knights appeared uninvited, and everything began to turn once again. The Dream Master was never afraid of Firefly investigating the propagation. That was exactly the truth he wanted her to see.
Wait, is that why you trapped her in the memory zone?
Correct. This place is where the Dream Master wanted her to be. And he wanted her to think she'd figured something out, only to make the wrong decision at the most critical moment.
So, what exactly is the Dream Master plotting?
That is a question I actually really want an answer to.
It doesn't matter anymore. We've missed our chance to stop him.
Like, what is the point of all of this?
Even if we catch him in person?
From the very beginning, he never existed anywhere at all. When he attempted to merge with the dreamscape, he transformed himself into 4 primordial divine laws.
The gods bestowed upon us heavenly fire, and with it divine tribulations. Let them be, for we are all mortals, born to love and to suffer.
The first law. As his parting gift, he bestowed it upon Robin, guiding her onto the harmony.
Repent and return to righteousness. Though you soar like an eagle and make your nest among the stars, I will bring you down from there.
The second law is the power he bestowed upon me as his collaborator. At the same time, it serves as a constraint to ensure I won't act recklessly. And the third law...
Paradise shall fall into this world of sorrow, and once dawn breaks, it will shatter in the light of day. How could anything golden abide in glory forever?
I haven't seen it myself either. According to him, it was an all-out attack, like a torrent of fire pouring down from above.
And the last one?
Nobody knows. After claiming to be ill and withdrawing from public view, even though the constraint remained in place, he never contacted anyone again. Not even me, his collaborator. It's just my theory, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. By then, he had finally completed the last law, and used it to eliminate the one weakness that exists in any plan. The mastermind himself. the moment the plan was set in motion. Gopher Wood died a martyr's death for the just cause he believed in.
Okay, that still doesn't really tell us, like, what does he really want to do? What is he using the propagation for?
And the swarm disaster shall reappear again in the sweet dream.
But why?
The moment has finally come. Resentful from being deceived. Confused by conflicting memories. Your expression right now is so similar to what I had imagined.
Whose side are you really on? That is a wonderful question.
Every side. I'll try to fulfill Duke Inferno's last wishes. Advance Gopher Wood's plans, and yes, indeed, I've helped the Stellaron hunters uncover the truth.
Huh.
Don't be too mad. I wasn't a Stellaron hunter back then. But wasn't everything that happened in Penacony the perfect opportunity to join?
So are you just along for the ride, or are you actually trying to get somewhere with this? Like, do you have your own big master plan, or are you just searching for adventure? What did you do to Firefly?
Though it wasn't my original intention, I wanted to help her. To keep her from getting caught up in Gopher Wood's schemes and facing such a detestable fate. Alas, I couldn't make it happen. The path your predecessor Rosalina left in the Memoria pushed Firefly towards a new lease on life. Indeed, how could a nameless who walks the path of the Trailblaze leave behind a legacy built on evading destiny?
What's the deal with the Dream Master?
As you can see, he became a martyr, leaving all his power in the 12 hours, like a self-turning hand of time, driving his plans forward. The Order truly is a harsh path. Enna, Gopher Wood, and Sunday, the one you know even better. They all chose to sacrifice themselves for it. But then, something interesting happened. You turned out to be that variable. As Aventurine said, Rosalina's legacy would send dreamers to where they truly yearn to be. For Firefly, that place turned out to be by your side. She revealed her true self to you, reuniting with you as a Stellaron hunter. Then, guided by a history fictionologist, you witnessed the life of the watchmaker Mikhail. It was truly a life worth remembering, worth giving everything for. I would have loved to raise a glass of hello and goodbye to him, just like the one who saw things through to the end, Mr. Gallagher. What a shame I can't do it properly here. Sunday also came here, feigning cooperation, to reveal to you the truth about Penacony, the foundation of the sweet dream, hidden behind the Grand Theater's curtain, was actually a Stellaron, and the true mastermind behind everything was none other than the Dream Master Gopher Wood. But you know now that his words weren't entirely true. What followed was one of the few beautiful memories that Firefly has held onto to this day. In order to win tickets to the Grand Theater, you and Firefly participated in the Moment of Scorched Sand auditions. Your coordination was so perfect, like you were companions who'd long shared the same rhythm. See? Even though you've forgotten everything from before, some traces remain etched in this moment, becoming part of your instincts. Until, following the script, Firefly sent you all to the final stage before departing on her own. In those beautiful moments before that, she experienced the joy of living, yet she still had to face the terror of death. However, you may have noticed that during this period there was a small gap. She and you weren't together the whole time. You returned to a child's dream through a dream bubble left by Mikhail and witnessed his legacy. However, Firefly was not a trailblazer, so she couldn't enter it. While waiting alone, she met her true collaborator, and thus learned that there was more than one legacy in Penacony, and more than one watchmaker.
Dreamflux Reef, Mikhail's will hence flows
Did
into
they enter
tomorrow.
that dream bubble?
That's right. Unfortunately, you won't be able to follow them in so easily, even if you've traveled together as companions. That old man can be so stubborn sometimes. He'd rather have the Nameless be the ones to witness his legacy.
No, I think it's quite romantic. A legacy left in the past will give them the courage to continue walking towards the future. Even if I can't walk alongside them, I'm content in knowing this.
Huh. You're quite like the Nameless. Awkward, but admirably so.
Maybe we can't walk the same path, but...
Passphrase, respond at once. Why does life slumber?
Huh?
Yeah, my reaction as well.
Ignore that. Must be some meme. How did it end up here?
Sorry, I want to go check that out real quick. Be right back.
Oh, so you're into fluffies, too. You've got taste. Better not wander too far, though.
Oh. I thought I could get this done, but honest opinion? This is a bit longer than expected. Well, I'm gonna pause for myself and make myself food. But that doesn't really matter to you. Be right back, so to speak. Or not just right back, but more like back in part 2. This was much longer than expected, so splitting it into 2 parts feels reasonable.